Previously, on Miami by Night. A new night begins, Thursday night specifically, and the next train yard arrival is scheduled for Saturday, which will likely be when the time to strike will come. But for now, there is still information to be learned, some puzzle pieces yet to be acquired. There's more hiding in the depths, something at least one of you is sure of. Maisie awakens first and is drawn into the living room of the haven and home she shares with her ghoul, hearing the sounds of said ghoul and a mortal associate practicing out a rhythm they've been experimenting with of late. She gets the not so terribly great idea of scaring her bandmates. She succeeds, leading Jude an actual heart attack and piss himself. After Jude leaves the room to calm down, Lex and Maisie have something of an honest conversation, in which he tells her that for a moment she felt like him, like Rael, which leads to the mansions, being a superhero saving kids, and dick measuring contests. Elsewhere, and later, Jack awakens. Things feel off now, or perhaps just more honest. There's something of a weight from private actions the night before. A quick check reveals Artemis isn't present, and the sound of the television draws Jack to the living room. He finds his ghoul and maid watching the evening news. She claims Artemis left in a hurry. Something about a client. Before a story starts playing, and Eve laughs. An absurd story of a sex scandal involving a mistress, a goat, and a dog. And, well, a city councilman running for re-election, apparently. Of course, this only makes Jack's thought that Artemis is in fact a prostitute. Meanwhile, starts planning their enhanced interrogation session with their staked captive later. Halfway across Miami, Percy awakens to the sounds of a scuffle. Having Wilbur, a member of Ursi's herd, pinned to the floor with a sawn-off double barrel pointed to their head. After diffusing the situation, Ursi feeds on Wilbur before sending them on their way, and then sitting down for a safety talk. Afterwards, Ursi and Gary have an honest conversation, and Ursi officially takes Gary on as his ghoul before notifying the Chantry. In a conversation with Heinrich, the quartermaster for the Chantry and the Tremere in charge of security later, Ursi makes drop off Gary for training with the Chantry. Before leaving to do so, however, a conference call is in. Jack lets the others know that Artemis fucked off because he had prostitute business. The others are confused. Eventually, they try to correct him, with Maisie in particular remarking that if he were a prostitute, he'd be a very expensive one, to which Jack agrees. Maisie is driven to Jack's by Lex, and arrives sooner than Ursi. Lex takes a moment, looking at the mansion, then back at Maisie, his tone turning a touch accusatory, and far more than a touch concerned. A Playboy mansion, he calls it, and is clearly concerned at what Maisie might be doing here, a concern she allays. After all, she hasn't even been further inside than the foyer before now. She does promise Lex to let him know if the insides really do seem like a Playboy mansion, however. A maid awaits her entrance, smoking a cigarette she says won't kill her. Then asks if Maisie is the prostitute. After being corrected, Maisie is eventually directed to where Jack is playing more loud music. Thankfully, though, this time at least it's not from the Prince of Denver nor his band. When Ursi also arrives, Eve directs him to the others and reminds him not to scare Anastasia this time. When Ursi tries to explain, or even just defend himself, Jack's maid tells him that she just doesn't care about his morals and shoos him on his way. Eventually, the trio descends to the dungeon before they go about unstaking their prisoner. He employs his thaumaturgy to attempt to divine some basic information. The three of them work out good cop, normal cop, and bad cop. With that, the stake is removed, and the interrogation begins, and threats of flaying them unalive. Questions involving Jack, a ring gag, and it is Maisie who breaks the deadlock by dominating their prisoner, which has something of a different and incorrect implication, considering where they are. Best not dwell on that. After Ursi gets called pretty, serious and extensive questioning can finally begin. However, elsewhere, there are things happening. We find ourselves in the offices of Wheeler and Locke, where Artemis is alone in his darkened office. This night has been an absolute disaster. Only 2 hours ago, and it began with him having to rush out the door of Jack's mansion to deal with a client who utterly failed to ring themselves in as directed, and a leaked tape. And after a series of short, intense meetings with various people, culminating in the final one with just Artemis and Sebastian finishing a moment ago, the mortal has left, leaving Artemis to brood a bit. Artemis looks pretty fantastic brooding, even if he does think so himself.
Okay. Artemis will reach into the drawer of his desk and pull out a small remote control and activate the hidden speakers in the room, which will start playing a selection of Tchaikovsky pieces.
A good music for brooding, perhaps.
Mhm.
A glance at your phone, the mobile one, not either of the ones on the desk, reveals a missed call. Ursi's number. As you ponder that, the phone begins to ring. Not the one in your hand, nor the one on your right that Gwendolyn filters. The one on the left.
Locke will loosen his collar a little, pick up the phone and answer.
Locke. The disdainful sounding voice on the other end is immediately recognizable to you. What man wouldn't know the voice of the man that clapped them in figurative irons and put a heavy collar around their neck?
Marcus Vital. And to what do I owe this inestimable pleasure?
Oh, word abounds, Mr. Locke. Most recently, after these last few nights, word is quite widespread that your sires involved you with recent events.
You'll have to be a little more specific, Mr. Vital. My sire is a busy man. Sorry, busy woman. My bad. Is a busy woman who involves me in a lot of important things.
I doubt she drags you into matters of the prince's concern regularly, Locke.
Well, there may be some irons I have in the fire that I'm not at liberty to discuss with you. In any case, let's get to the chase. What exactly do you need from me, Mr. Vital?
One would think you would take a bit easier tone with me. Still, your sires and, well, enough about your sire. More importantly, you've recently added some fresh meat to your little roster, have you not?
Would you be referring to young Maisie?
Little less recent, though I understand the confusion. I was a little surprised when I heard they added her to your mix.
Well,
Trust me.
as I'm sure you yourself are aware, the Camarilla demands and we must jump.
Perhaps. Perhaps. However, the one I am concerned with is a Mr. Hellbrum. He has
Ah,
something of a record for being a destabilizing influence, I hear.
I can't say I've looked deeply into his background, but his clan are not unknown for their disturbing ways.
Hmm. You know, despite having a name of the likes of Cuthbert Beckett to throw around as an adopted sire, he is something of a incarnation of chaos if his actions of Denver were anything to judge by. I'm sure your sire would find him most enjoyable.
Well, I shall take that recommendation from you with the spirit it was intended. Thank you.
Locke, I'm going to be blunt with you. I'm sure you would appreciate that, if only because it would allow us to both move on quicker.
Please go ahead.
You would do well, I think. Keep this investigation focused on the actual problem, I believe. Ensuring that neither the rabble-rouser, nor the novice deputy, nor even Miss Maisie end up leading you further afield.
While I appreciate your bluntness, I find myself less enamored with your elusiveness. Could you be a little more specific?
Keep this matter contained to the possible actions of the sword in the city, where I may have to intervene. And if I am forced to intervene, perhaps I might be forced to use certain information. Have I made myself clear?
Abundantly so.
Good. And with that, the line will go dead.
Locke's mouth was open as he was about to say something just before the line cut out. He will put down the phone, stare at it for a good minute or two. I'm going to fuck that man 7 ways from Sunday as soon as I'm able to.
Surely there are few among the city that so deserve your ire.
He will pick up his cell phone and call back Ursi.
Mercy, while you and Jack and Maisie are in the middle of questioning the prisoner, your phone begins to ring.
And I pick it up.
Ursi,
Hello,
Artemis. My apologies for my
Artemis.
absence this evening. I had a business matter I needed to attend to. Fully
Yes, I
understand.
saw the news.
Ah, yes. Well, that individual will no longer be using my services, so whatever happens to him is his own watch.
Ah, okay, understandable. When can
So,
you get to the manor,
what's your
Jack's
current
place?
location? Ah, I'll call my boy around with a car. I'll be over within the hour.
Will do.
Is there anything you need to fill me in on I missed this evening?
We've already started proceedings, so when you arrive, we will be. Uh, how did they put it? In media res.
Good. I'll be on my way now.
Good. And
Artemis,
Mercy will do the same. As he'll kind of turn to Jack and Maisie and be like, "Our other fellow is on his way."
Well, I guess he could stop prostituting at some point.
You do realize he's not a prostitute, right?
Thought we agreed he was a high-end prostitute.
No, he's a PR guy.
Oh, so he's a metaphorical prostitute.
Close enough.
That why your maid called me a fucking prostitute when I walked in?
No, she used to work for Malkov.
Ah, so she's a prostitute. I see.
Probably. Or used to be addicted to crack.
Or addicted to crack and dick. Got it.
He shrugs.
As this
Now,
conversation is going on, and Artemis, meanwhile, is getting into the back of his car, I'm going to need Artemis to make me a perception alertness check. Difficulty 5. Actually 6, but your auspex will make it so it doesn't matter anyway. So difficulty 3 after that.
Perception alertness, yeah?
Yep.
5 successes.
You didn't have time to pay attention to this on your way to your offices tonight. You were too much of a hurry, too much of a panic, too much of a damage control. But now, looking around, although it's clear the car has indeed been cleaned, you would have noticed immediately if it hadn't been. You can still see traces of dried remnants of something oily and sticky in various crevices and cracks and bits and pieces here and there.
Did I ask Stefan to clean the car?
No, in fact, this wasn't here before the previous night. And then you got that message from Maisie that said the car was in fact filthy on the inside, and she got in it, and you called it to take her home.
Right. Thank you. Locke will run his finger along one of these oily residues and give it a little sniff.
Oh, with your level of
Smells like
optics.
Hmm?
I'm going to give up on trying to explain it, but if you've ever been in a room after an orgy, you have an idea of what that smells like.
Have I?
I don't know.
I mean, I
That
may
is
have
a hard
been.
premise question.
Stefan, is there something you need to tell me?
Sir?
Stefan, I am a man of the world. I am aware that you have needs. But if I find out you've been using this car to host one of your orgiastic pop parties, to say I won't be pleased would be a gross understatement. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Mr. Locke. Sorry, it won't happen again, sir.
Good. Now make sure the car gets professionally cleaned before tomorrow evening.
Yes, Mr. Locke. If it's any consolation, they paid quite a lot of money.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that and just drive to our destination, please.
Indeed. You will, of course, not too long later, be able to climb out of the back of your filthy car.
I mean, honest, that really does not help with the prostitution allegations.
It does not. And arriving at Jack's Manor.
And yeah, Optimus will walk inside.
Just inside the door, you will find one Eve Talbot. Is it Talbot or Talbot?
Talbot.
Talbot. Oh, the prostitute. Come on in, then.
Locke will look over his shoulder to see if there's anyone standing behind him.
Oh, wait. Before you go in, what's your rate, anyway? Board minds want to know.
I'm a little confused and also a little annoyed, so I'm going to make my way inside and pretend that you're not here. And when I come back out, that will be true.
Right, okay. And at the top of her lungs, Jack! Your prostitute is here!
Send him in! Did you find out what his rates were?
No!
Damn!
It
Jack, I
does
think
not
you
take a
need to teach.
genius.
I think you need to teach your staff a little manners and respect. Your maid has just called me a prostitute.
Join the club.
If it's a club for prostitutes, I'd rather not.
No, it's just the club of being called a prostitute.
Well, I
I've
suppose it is.
never had that issue.
Well, it is honest work, at least. Better than
Actually, no,
some
that's not true.
a police officer, for instance.
Hmm.
So,
Now
catch me
those
up. Where are we?
we found out that apparently we got a panda downstairs. Mr. Panda says that there's some infighting. What's her face is overextending herself, and corn cares not from where the blood flows.
Look, we'll just raise one hand, his fingers pinched. Just rewind a second. We have a panda downstairs? As in
That's what
black
they
and
call
white
themselves.
Chinese bear?
No,
That's what
no,
they call themselves.
They call themselves panders.
it's a catif.
Yeah, like I said, pandas.
Ugh.
It's a clanless.
See. But definitely Sabat.
Yes.
Considering what they're going by and what they've said, absolutely. Apparently, the Sabbat have recently incorporated the clanless as their own clan. I don't fully understand it. Well, I do, but not. Never mind.
And do we have any useful information from this panda?
So far, quite a bit. We know that Valyria, the Sombra in charge of the operations for the Sabbat in the city, has overextended. She's not in necessarily in the best relations with her higher ups over in Atlanta. Also, we have complete confirmation that the influx of Caitiff and Thin Bloods are absolutely a Sabbat plot to destabilize the city. We already assumed that, but now we have strict confirmation.
Saying Sabat plot is a bit of an extension. It's just her, and they're letting her do it. But she's
Pretty
overextended
much.
herself.
We also know the locations of two of their safe houses in the city. One, we were quite near both of them.
So we hand this information to the sheriff and finish our business.
Common sense. The task force. I'm asking common sense. The task force was created to find out what's causing the problem and solve it, or find out what's solving the problem. And if you solve it, even better.
Actionable information was technically the requirement. However, as of your meeting with Nora the night before last, or no, at the start of the night before, I think it was, when things were decided, they wanted more information on how they were getting in and out of the rail yard, basically, because you didn't know that previously, so you did the stakeout, which showed you immediately two of the ways, and a third way was mentioned during the interrogation. Something about a sewer grate in the northwest section of the yard. One cut
Yes.
off from the rest of the sewers.
Yes, that is correct. And it's Thursday. Okay, cool. Yes, strictly speaking, we have the information that was asked of us, and we can write a report, or I will write a report and send that in. However, I'd like to get some more information on them, as most likely, based on the information we've gathered, the raid on the rail yard will be happening Saturday.
As a ping on
When
common sense, you should probably still investigate the rail yard. At least, like, in person when there's not people there. Assuming you can get in. Like you did the first time.
okay, yeah. Then we will also likely have to go back to the rail yard or I would like to go back to the rail yard before we initiate a raid to get further intelligence. on the general area. However, if you'd like to head downstairs and participate in the enhanced interrogation, I would not complain.
Think the panda has more to give?
Honestly, I don't know. But he's a clanless and a Sabbat, so we might as well try, and any pain we inflict doesn't really have consequences in this context.
Just a quick out of character. Does it have no bearing on humanity whatsoever, torturing someone?
Not theirs, no. At least not Maisie and Jack. I mean, not Maisie. I mean Jack and Ursies, who were doing most of the actual torturing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Maisie just
Right.
dominated him.
I will, however, double check my humanity chart, but I do believe I'm right.
Humanity 5.
There are some upsides, yes.
Yeah, I don't have 5. I have 6.
Nope, nope.
So if I come downstairs and see 2 broken legs and missing fingernails, I am concerned.
Yep. Well, they're both humanity 5. At this point, I could argue for it, but I chose not to. I mean, they haven't permanently maimed him. If this was a mortal they were doing it to, maybe, because mortals can't just heal this all back. But all things considered, no, I won't trigger it for humanity 5.
If
Also,
it
I'm
was immortal, I would have just given them blood.
seriously
It would have
disappointed
been
that we went with good cop, bad cop, normal cop, rather than good cop, bad cop, weird cop.
good cop, bad cop. What?
You said in your intro that the guys went with good cop, bad cop, and normal cop. But I'm just disappointed you didn't go for weird cop instead of normal cop.
Oh, right, a callback to the first interrogation y'all did, the
Yes.
one with Denny.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have Denny.
You've noticed something about Lockachi, by the way. He's wearing a pair of black leather gloves, which you've not seen him wear before. Well, I suppose I could come down and let you know if he's lying. It's within my remit. However, I find torture to be distasteful.
I don't necessarily enjoy it, but it can be effective.
I believe at present, assuming y'all do go down there, he has had a few fingernails removed, and the only other visible damage, at least, is a broken knee, which Ursi broke when he casually mentioned nothing wrong being wrong with feeding on children.
I think
Even
I
if
counted
adults were
two
preferred.
broken legs in your description.
Were there 2 broken legs?
I think so.
I think I broke both his knees.
Yeah.
Oh, perhaps I'm misremembering then. Okay.
I only
Could
remember
have just
the missing fingernails.
No, he definitely. I listened to the recording just this morning. He definitely broke at least one of those knees.
I was saying it didn't happen. I said I only remember.
E.
So I'm not going to make you test for humanity, Artemis, by just seeing it. But if they start commencing it again, maybe. But I didn't make Maisie do it when she was watching,
No,
so perhaps not.
absolutely fine. I just wanted to double check because
Mhm,
although my plan for Artemis is a gradual descent into horror, be a bit
mhm.
quick if he has to make another humanity roll.
Yeah, y'all did kind of like you and Ursi both kind of really flubbed the tutorial humanity degeneration check
Yeah.
that I was
Yep.
not expecting. Even after I made the difficulty lower.
Yep.
Hmm. But in any case, you're taken down there, and you see, of course, our dear, or not so dear, Frank Woods. Looking rather rough, and of course, absent his hat, which I believe you burned the previous night.
Burned as an affront to fashion.
This man's crimes are many and widespread.
None so great as his crimes against fashion. That hat requires a full three-piece suit or nothing whatsoever, but anything in between is unacceptable.
Frank Sinatra begs to differ.
Fortunately, Frank is dead.
Fortunately, you ain't got no taste. Fortunately, Frank's not. Wait, actually, no, it's 1999. I think Frank Sinatra was alive.
Is it? Right, then
I
I'll
know he
change
died a
that
year
to
ago.
current affairs. Yeah, I'll stand by what I said. Oh, I'm being attacked by a cat. Locke will. What does the room look like? Is the guy strapped to a chair in the middle of it? Is it
This is the same room you were filling up all the chains and bars and
torch?
having a frickin' Toreador fit over things with Auspex 3. So yes, there's cages, chains, crosses, pillories, other things. He is chained to a wall, but I think also currently sitting in a chair. Not a very comfortable chair.
Jack, I love what you've done with the place. You've added your own je ne sais quoi. And you, young
Oh,
man,
wait, we're in the basement again.
who points at Frank, you, young man, need to stop chewing your nails.
Really bad habit.
Fuck you.
Fuck me. Darling,
Well,
you
you heard
cannot
him. Go
afford
get the
me.
strap on.
I heard two of you talking over each other. I believe one of you mentioned the strap on, the other one was something about not being able to afford him.
Yes.
What's it even fucking matter at this point? You finally gonna kill me? Get it done with? We're gonna draw this out more.
Well, we've tried the stick. I'm the carrot. I'm going to try using entrancement.
Ooh, entrancement on top of the dominate. Should be fun. Should be fun. Let me look at that power handout.
His entrancement is based on appearance, which
Yes, but entrancement is basically like a blood bond through a discipline, in a sense, in terms of what it makes them feel almost.
I'm going to spend a
Current
willpower. Oh, his willpower
Hmm.
must be a little bit battered by everything that's happened. I would hope.
Oh yes, I believe it was ultimately at difficulty 4 when Maisie did her dominate last session. So yes,
Entrancement.
it's not exactly cream of the crop, and he's been put through the ringer. It's appearance, empathy.
Yep, got that. What was the difficulty? Oh, 4, thank you. Spend a willpower just in case. Didn't need
Well, this
it.
man is your bitch for
A year.
1 year. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
somehow
God.
don't believe he will remain unalive for that long.
No, then that's fine. Locke will walk up to him, still with his his leather glove hand. Sorry, will cup him under the chin, look him direct in the eye. My dear sweet boy, what have they done to you?
Things. Oh wow.
You know, I'm something of a big deal in this little group, and I'm sure if you tell us all of the rest of it, I can make them help you, release you from this obvious bondage and pain you're suffering from.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Everything. Being as I wasn't here for the last session, I did read catch up from it, so I'm aware of the questions that were asked. Is there anything else we?
Let me recap myself and think about anything pertinent. Obviously, he's going to repeat to some extent, most of this obviously much nicer because Artemis is his everything right now. But are you gonna go investigate things at the yard? You probably are, aren't you?
I would imagine that's on our itinerary. Is there anything we need to watch out for? Any
Don't go
traps?
in the sewer tunnel.
Why is that exactly?
Well, it's not supposed to go off without a trigger. But, I mean, accidents happen. And if they do, that whole tunnel's gonna become an inferno.
Explosives, incendiaries?
In the ladder. Liquid fire and all that.
Well, we wouldn't want that, would we?
No. Let me think to myself.
Yeah.
Do you think of anything else?
If
I
I
think
were going cycle.
Ursi's kind of just taken a step back, pulled out a laptop, and opened it up, and is just typing out. Basically, he's starting to type out his report, adding and taking further, more in-depth notes in actual.
Mhm.
He's actually writing down the information on a document.
And were you involved in setting up this incendiary device? Do you know where the trigger is? Do you know where the device itself is? Is it multiple
No.
devices?
I'd tell you if I could, but I don't know any of that. I'm not the guy that made that. I'm not the fucking mad chemist. No.
Who is the mad chemist?
Uh-huh. Try to remember his actual name. I think we just usually call him Dante. You know, because the Inferno. He's always going on about fire.
That
I don't
famous
know what he is. He's not a
famous
pander. He's not like us.
Dante's Inferno, the famous Sabat sense of humor I've heard so little about.
I didn't give him the name.
Locke will pat him on the cheek. Don't worry your pretty little head about that. Just keep concentrating. What else can you tell me about the train yard? I'm fishing here, guys. I don't don't know what extra
Yeah.
information I can ask for.
We're supposed to
Hey,
keep clear of it, except for those nights, because they don't want us attracting too much attention. At least
Is
not
there
there.
is there a schedule for the nights you are there?
Well, yeah, generally whenever Fox arrives with his new loads. Next one's Saturday, I think.
So between now and Saturday, the yard should be clear of Sabat and other malcontents.
Well, if it's not, Valeria's probably gonna stake another bitch.
Locke would turn away and turn back to the rest of the coterie. Does anyone have any further questions for this fine young man?
Hmm. Do you know anything further about this Dante, the mad chemist?
Locke, Locke will repeat the question.
He's bound to answer either way. He's just kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Dominating presence both at work.
Frank, I'm trying to help you here. I want what's best for you, for all of us. But you have to reach out, meet me halfway, buddy.
Listen, all I know, I only seen the guy like twice, maybe. But everyone talks about him. He's just that kind of crazy nut job. I guess he's our crazy nut job, but I don't exactly blame anyone for not wanting to stay near him too long. Even without being
Yes.
fucking insane, he's like really hideous or some shit.
Nosferatu, or
Yeah, I think. I mean, isn't that usually the go-to? Most ugly people that are like us tend to be
Well, the Bruja
them.
clan has its share as well. But in any case, could you, how to put this? If we were to release you now, be your first port of call on leaving this house.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go check in, make sure they haven't given me up for dead, that sort of thing. They're probably not going to be happy, though. They'll think something's up, especially when I have to tell them what happened.
What would you tell them had happened?
That I got fucking stick just because I was trying to catch a drop of blood. I mean, the truth.
But what if telling them that made me really, really sad?
I don't know what I'd do, but if I did nothing, then they'd get angry, and if I don't go to them at all, they'll think something's up. I don't know.
Again, Locke will pat him on the cheek. Hold that thought. My companions and I need to have a little discussion on certain matters. You'll be fine here. I'll be back before you know it. And Locke will walk back upstairs.
I'll follow.
How long you got him under your siren spell for?
I would like to point
Difficult.
out that the user of the ability has no idea how long their hold is.
I was about to say, difficult to say, but he seems pretty deep under. I would wager, at least for the rest of the evening. I'm still a little new to this particular development in my personal repertoire, but I'm fairly confident he's under my spell for the foreseeable. So we have ourselves an opportunity. If he doesn't check in, they're going to know straight away something's up. We could let him check in on the telephone, not in person. Might give us a little more time, a little more option.
True, but if we can get him to come up with a convincing enough lie, we could get ourselves a deep cover agent.
Hmm. Well,
Assuming your control over him holds.
well, as you yourself have pointed out, I'm a very expensive prostitute, so I think he should be under for a good while. And
We have to worry about the Valdery breaking that. Is that something it can? I'm not
the
too.
what?
This Sabat's little fucking group party bullshit thing. Why they're able to break the things.
They feed each other their blood.
Sounds tacky. In
They do
any
it to
case,
prevent blood bonds from other vampires.
hmm.
Could have
Well,
renewed that potentially undo any effects Artemis is having on him. Because if so, then I'd rather not risk it.
let's do a cost-benefit analysis on this. Worst case
Cost,
scenario. Go on, sir.
cost, he reveals everything, they kill him.
And they know we have the information and are planning a raid on their one of the main means of getting people into this, one of their main fact points of their operation. That would be very bad.
Could be, but if he doesn't come back, they're going to assume that anyway.
I'm with Jack on this one. They're going to assume the worst if this guy doesn't show up somehow. This kind of deep cover operation, I would imagine, has contingency plans for all of this kind of thing. I have to say, I'm going to suggest we go with letting him go back to the fold. As Jack says, he could be a very useful double agent for us. And if the worst that happens is they find out we know about them, well, that's going to happen if we don't send him back anyway.
Other option is we go to some liquor store, break the window, leave him outside.
Hmm.
Staked, decapitated, doused in liquor and set on fire? I'm not exactly following.
No, we just leave him outside normally. He gets arrested, they have to bail him out, and they find out where he was. They think he broke into a liquor store or something dumb like that and got himself arrested.
But then he tells them that we caught him and brought him here.
No, not if your control holds for the rest of the night.
Ah,
And besides, getting caught by a liquor store person and getting arrested is much less of a fuck up than getting caught by the Camarilla. So if he has any intelligence in that tiny little brain of his, he'll realize that'll probably save his ass.
it's a bold plan. I think it has
I
some
don't
merit.
dislike it. I don't dislike it.
So it depends whether or not we want to risk making him our double agent, our mole.
Well, we are nothing if not a collective. Maisie, you have a
Yeah.
waiting.
I mean, it's worth a shot. What's the worst that could happen?
Sabat finds out about us, comes here, burns the place to the ground, and we all die a horrifying, painful death. But that's an outlier as far as I can see.
Hmm.
Plus, I don't actually sleep here, so
Same.
liking this plan more by the minute.
Don't worry, I'll be sure to leave your business cards laying around the house.
In a
Well,
fire.
to be fair, he didn't exactly see how we got here. He was kind of in a tarp state.
Fair point, well made. I don't see many downsides to this problem, this solution. The worst that can happen is we find ourselves where we would be if we did nothing.
Yeah, all right.
And,
I say we do the cover story. Make up another reason why he's been missing, and then set him out to use him as a double agent. Right?
hmm,
Now, any ideas other than the liquor store for that would be able to explain away in a way that, well, honestly, I don't really care if it gets him killed so long as he doesn't reveal the information.
We need a place that he reasonably could have been, or a reason he could have reasonably been out.
hmm.
Hmm.
Well, he
I
wasn't
could
working
drain
for
him
free.
dry.
Hmm. Well, he
You
was
go
already
from
going out hunting.
Ursi's taste for blood that he doesn't exactly have a lot of VT in his system.
Mm-hmm.
We could, yes, if we fabricate something along the lines of him fucking up and getting arrested mid-hunt, but then mistaking it for a lesser crime, that could be easier.
Don't we want them to mistake it for a lesser crime so he doesn't get killed? So he can act as a half decent double agent?
That was my intention, the suggestion. All right. Can't say I dislike the dousing him in alcohol, but we could have him get arrested, in quotation marks, for public drunkenness, and maybe he was fucked up attempting to hunt someone near a bar.
Yeah, remember he's kindred though. They're not going to buy that.
Unless he was
True.
feeding on drunks. Out of character.
Unless he was feeding on drunks.
Not a bad idea. It's not like they can check his blood alcohol level.
Yeah, and that explains why he gets arrested. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We know which safe house he was at. He was in the safe house that was on the first floor of the building where we staked out the rail yard. So, with his laptop, he's going to just quickly look up some bars nearby the safe house.
When did they make Google Maps? No, when did they make Yelp?
Wouldn't it be
Damn, Yelp was
MapQuest?
2004.
What about MapQuest?
Damn, Google Maps was 2005.
All the cool stuff happened in the first decade post 2000.
MapQuest was 1996. It's been out for 4 years.
There we go.
3
Three.
years.
MapQuest.
3 years. I can do math.
Yay! MapQuest has been out for as long as I have by game session.
Woo. All right, so I pull up MapQuest and I look up some bars. I look up like a bar, a place that looks like a seedy bar near enough to where he was stationed at his safe house.
Considering the neighborhood, I imagine any bars in that area are of the CD variety, yes.
Fair, but still a far enough distance that they might not have heard it the night before.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I find a bar that meets those criteria. Actually, should I roll for that?
Yes, let's have you roll for that. At least to find one that you think would be the most liable. The most likely excuse, yes.
All right. What do
It
you want me
won't
to
be
roll?
a very difficult roll, mind you. I'm going to make it difficulty 5, but we'll make this intelligence and streetwise.
Okay. Dice. And streetwise. Two successes.
Yes, you find one easily enough. Let us consider calling it the neon flicker. They're rather oversaturated on the outside with some crude neon lights, but cheap drinks of the kind that get you drunk quickly, but not necessarily tasting good or have a good experience with, and a dimly but neon lit interior. That sort of thing.
And its name was the Neon what again?
Neon flicker.
Neon flicker. Here's a location we could use for the alibi. It's a seedy bar, decent distance away, to not necessarily raise suspicion why they didn't gain notice sooner, but still close enough that it would make sense for him to fuck up feeding in that area by getting drunk off of drunks. It's this place called the Neon Flicker. As he kind of turns the laptop towards the group and shows them MapQuest.
Yes, your little clunky laptop.
I think I've heard of
Yep.
that one.
Jack puts away his physical map of the city of Miami.
All right. Now, for this to work, we're going to have to, well, I guess Artemis will have to engage Frank with the process to make sure that he doesn't have to reveal anything. Perfect laptop. Perfect laptop.
Little IBM brick.
All right. All right. So, any other motions or thoughts or etc.? Or should we go about setting this plan in motion?
I say we pull the trigger.
Let's just not fuck it up.
Indeed. Well, Artemis, this is kind of your ball game for a bit. You've got to get him to understand the importance of this, and, well, seems like he'll cooperate, thanks to you.
Let's go and turn the boy loose. And yeah, Artemis will head back downstairs and find Frank. We may need
Oh,
to.
hey, you're back.
We may need to. And Artemis will kind of indicate the two broken legs and the missing fingernails. We may need to make sure that this evidence of his experiences this evening aren't present when he returns to the fold.
Well, he
I'd
looks
very much like
earthy.
my legs to be non-broken. Thank you.
Of course.
You broke the legs, so if you wouldn't mind.
Earthy will walk up to the guy and just kind of. Well, he's not wearing a hat anymore. We'll just kind of quickly bring his arm up to his face for just a moment, pokes a hole with his fang, and grabs the guy's head, grab the guy by the hair, tilt his head back, and just start dropping some blood in.
How much are you going to feed him?
Two.
Well, very well. Combine with the one Jack fed him earlier. I'll put him slightly above half, and he'll probably start mending his body if he doesn't believe you're going to just break more shit again. Still hungry, but after a moment, his knees are facing the right way again, and he has fingernails.
Artemis will place his hands, one on each of Frank's shoulders, and will look him straight in the face. Now, Frank, we're going to let you go this evening. We're going to have to put a bag back on your head, first of all, so we can drive you away from here. Can't have you knowing where we're based. But I think you understand that our letting you go has some costs to go alongside your benefit. You want to help
Out of
us.
character.
Yeah, anything for you.
Jack is going to pat on his shoulder and motion for her to come back for a second.
Hmm?
Not bag on his head. We're going to stake him again.
You don't open with that.
Yeah, well, it's going to happen. He's going to feel it going into his chest. If we're dishonest about it, that's just going to fuck things up worse. So I figure why not just be open about it?
I'm not
It's not like
sure
he's not
we
going to
do.
feel it going in and coming out.
I'm not sure we do need to stake him again.
He has
Even if-
ears.
I
He has
mean,
equilibrium. He can feel the path.
we could carry him and I can just shroud us.
Yeah, I guess you can also do that. Fine.
If he's cooperative,
He
we
might
won't
be.
necessarily have to stake him. And besides, that would require more healing and that would cause more blood. So if he'll be cooperative, we can go with Maisie's plan.
I think he'll cooperate. Frank, will you go quietly with the bag, or do we need to put another stake in you?
I prefer the bag, but anything you say.
Good. Good. Happy, Jack?
Nope, but I'm overruled.
I'll try to make your happiness one of my foremost goals in future, but for now, Frank, we're going to let you go. But, as I mentioned, there's a cost to this benefit. We need you to keep your eyes and ears open of all the comings and goings of your little group. Report back to us on occasion. What's going on? You think you can do that?
Yeah, sure, for you, of course.
Yeah, just for me.
I
Do
don't
you
have to
have...
tell them though, right? Just you, right?
No, just me. Don't worry about these others. They're subordinate to me. You just report directly to me, and everything will be fine. Does that sound good?
Yeah, you can't be any worse of a leader than Valyria. In fact, you'd probably be a lot better.
Never met the woman, but I'm inclined to agree with you based on what I've heard. So, do you have a cell phone, Frank?
What's a cell phone?
That would be a no. Artemis will pull away again for a little huddle. How is he going to report back to us with no cell phone? I don't want him going to places. He can't come here. He can't come to my place of work. We can't even really
You know,
set
there's
up...
payphones, right?
Payphones are very much still a thing. This is the 90s.
It's not so much that, it's... I suppose I could just give him the cell phone number on a piece of paper. Just thinking it was easier to type it into his phone.
If you are going to put it on a piece of paper, I would like to see it beforehand. After it's written.
Percy, if you want my number, you just need to ask.
I already have your number.
You have one of them.
True. I have enough numbers.
Is there some kind of romantic tension here?
No, it's that I don't want him to hand his number. I don't want to hand his number undisguised to a Sabat person, even if they're under his Bleh.
But if you disguise his phone number enough that it is not recognizable as his phone number, then it is not useful as his phone number.
Oh, don't worry. He'll understand it. We'll understand it. Anybody else? Not so much.
Given him more time to plan and pull this together, I would have liked to buy a burner phone and just give him that number, but I have a number of cell numbers. I can give him my client number.
That one flew through
Wonderful.
by Gwendolyn.
Hmm.
Preferably, it'd be a client number, like when you're dealing with mortals.
That would be the one, yes.
Is that monitored by anyone? Secretary? Anyone not in our
Mm.
groups?
Gwendolyn does monitor the messages on there for me from time to time. I'm just a little loath to give out my own personal private number. This he taps his jacket pocket. That is generally only given to close confidants and senators.
Hmm.
But I suppose I can make an exception in this one case.
Hmm.
He will pull a notepad from his pocket, write down the number that Ursi will recognize because it's the one that Ursi contacts him on. Fold it up, tuck it into Jack's pocket. Not Jack, sorry, Frank.
When you go to tuck it into Frank's pocket, Ursi will just kind of put his hand out and be like, please.
Wait, which phone number are you giving him?
My general usage one.
So your cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Mention
fully
that
expect.
first real
It's
quick.
different right now.
I fully expect to get a phone call from Valeria or whatever her name is at some point on this number. But it seems like a good plan for now.
Yeah, Ursi is still like, before you give Frank the number, let me see the piece of paper.
Hands it over.
As Do you hand Ursi the piece of paper?
Yep.
Awesome. Ursi will take the piece of paper and
You're going to
okay,
make a
yeah,
paper
yeah.
airplane?
I'm going to. Can I cast encrypt missive, or not cast? Can I use the ritual encrypt missive?
You can.
How long does that take generally? Again,
1 moment. Let's see. Which one's that one from again?
that is decrypt missive. V20 Dark Ages.
Ah, right.
It makes it so that
Mm-hmm.
only me and the person I want to be able to read whatever's on the document that I am encrypting. We're the only ones that can understand it. It just appears as gibberish to anyone else.
That is a very niche but apparently very useful tool
Yep,
to
That
if I
is
remember, you got this. You
exactly
got
why
this.
I picked it.
Yeah, I believe his primary reason for getting it was to be able to send the documents that was basically directed to the sheriff for her eyes only.
Yep. Most of his hard copy reports are done with it.
Yep, so you need to let a drop of your blood fall on the page. Spend a point of blood, by the way,
Will do. Okay.
which is
Spend a
on
point of
top of the
blood.
2 you already spent earlier.
Yes,
Hmm.
he is quickly becoming hungry, as he is now down to 5 blood
Well, you are a
points.
blood mage. What do you think you're spending?
Exactly.
And then I need you to make an intelligence and occult roll. Difficulty 4.
Can I tell
Intelligence.
that Ursi is getting hungry?
Yeah, probably.
Hey, Eve, you want some Chinese food?
As I'm in the middle of doing a ritual.
You are currently meditating for 10 minutes. If you stop, you'll have to start over, which will require a new blood point.
um, sorry. Okay. And it is intelligence occult difficulty 4. Boom. 4 successes.
Excellent. You succeed just fine.
Wonderful.
Does Eve want Chinese food?
What?
Does Eve want Chinese food?
Oh, were you asking Eve? Huh? Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't complain.
I mean, if you want to do some pizza or something, we can do that too. Or
We
not
haven't
a lot
had
of
pizza
places
in a
open
while.
this late. Yeah, we could do some pizza. I'll call up Domino's.
You order a pizza
As
from Domino's.
he's talking with about the like ordering pizza stuff, Ursi, now with the document encrypted, the document, it's a piece of paper with a number on it, but still the document. He folds it up and pops it into Frank's pocket. Also, during the ritual, he did say Frank
Hmm.
so that Frank could be able to read it.
Yep. I mean, he's the one it's addressed to, yeah.
Yes. Because to my knowledge, I can't, just looking at the description, it doesn't seem like I can have a document be for multiple people. So if I wanted multiple people to be able to read the document, I'd need multiple copies.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. One moment.
All right. While he is gone, Ursi, you have exited the 7-Eleven.
I have tacos
And
and chili
yes,
dogs.
yes, you have tacos and you have chili dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Outside, you see Maisie. Maisie, what are you doing outside the 7-Eleven?
I'm back.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
never mind. We'll find out later.
You can do your own impromptu thingy later. But yes, you give him the encrypted piece of paper that only he can read that will give him Artemis's number.
Guessing Artemis can't read it either.
No, you
Nope, you
cannot.
can know even though you know what is on it because he didn't
Yeah.
write anything else on it beyond perhaps his name. It suddenly became unreadable to you once he finished his concentration.
Yep.
Artemis will look has a look of genuinely impressed. Oh, that's potentially incredibly useful. Looks like I missed out after all. In any case, moving on. This number, Frank, is for your eyes only. Don't show it to anyone else.
Yeah, of course, sir.
I would like you to call me every and he will look back at the rest of the crew. Every other night? Every night? Once a week? What do we think?
Once a week. Don't want him to look suspicious.
Once a week
I would
seems fine.
like you to
I
call me.
will trigger common sense on this one, is that ideally the situation will be wrapped up after Saturday,
That's true.
which is
Maybe tomorrow
is
night.
currently Thursday.
I would like you to give me a call tomorrow evening, when you're able, to let me know how you got on with reintegrating with your group. And to let me know what their plans are. You want to let me know what their plans are, right,
What
Frank?
website is that?
Of course, sir.
Good. Good. You want to make me happy, don't you, Frank?
Of course, sir.
Well, what would make
Oh,
me
the one
happy is
that's being
you
shared
letting
right
me
now.
know.
1 moment. What is that, Dean?
Your screen shares join a website. It's food.
Hmm. Meanwhile, yes, sir.
Good. Now, in order for us to get you back to your friends, Frank, we're going to have to play a little fast and loose with the definition of setting you free. But don't worry, we are going to let you go. Just might not feel that way at first.
Right. Of course. What do I need to do?
Just go with the flow.
Okay. Back me up, sir.
Bagging now. And the Artemis will hold out his hand for a bag.
Did we already prep him on what he fucked up?
Well, I figure if we've got him in the car with the bag over his head and we're asking him loads of questions and filling him his mind with loads of extra requests and information, he'll have less of an opportunity to memorize the route or anything like that.
Perfect. Perfect.
Because he doesn't seem like a bright spot.
No, he's not exactly the spot's best and brightest.
No, I think he won't be able to. There's a Sherlock Holmes story where he's tied up and bagged in a hansom cab and he memorizes the street turns. So he knows exactly where he is. I don't think he's Sherlock Holmes.
He's not Sherlock Holmes, no.
No.
He is not Sherlock Holmes.
He has neither the concentration merit nor 5 dots of intelligence.
My concern is not whether or not he is Sherlock Holmes and whether or not someone who has Holmes' level of intelligence can look through his memories.
Delve into memories. That would require at the very least aspects for.
Yeah, well, we know for a fact that they've got Malkov. So,
Not here in the city, no.
Nah, he's left.
well, no, but
Atlanta.
like in the faction. So, like, if they have someone like that, who's to say they don't have someone with Auspex 4?
I mean, the Sabbat as a whole is one of the 2 largest 6 vampires in existence. They have Methuselahs in their ranks, same as the Camarilla. So, yes, they have some people that can do that, but based on the information you've gained, none of the particularly potent people are involved here in Miami.
And he only has to last for a couple of nights. As long as we make the return to the Fold story good enough, he shouldn't have a reason to look through his memories.
There any
True.
cheap alcohol in here?
There's a lot of
Yeah.
cheap decor, so I would imagine there's some cheap alcohol here somewhere.
What do you mean cheap
Probably.
decor? This
I'm
shit's
sorry, I
expensive
was
as hell.
under the impression that this was Malkov's taste, but if it's yours,
It's not my taste, it's his, and it's expensive as hell. Look, if you're gonna insult the man, pick insults that are true.
He's a monster who deserves worse things than death, and if I ever find him, he will experience it for as long as I am capable of doing.
See? Like that.
well,
I kind of just nod.
you have to give the man credit for creativity at least. Such depths of depravity I've never heard of.
No.
Artemis, I appreciate you as a member of this squad, and you've been very helpful so far. your strange fetish with that monster needs to chill.
I have no particular fetish with that monster. Monsters in
biggest
general.
You're
eyebrow
not
raise.
helping.
Game recognizes game. That's all I'll say on the subject.
You stop digging.
Ursi at this point, just the full brow pinch, hand covering most of face. It's like, where was the cheap
Do we need to
alcohol?
check your? Do we need to check your basement?
I don't have a basement. I live in a penthouse.
Technically, not. That's not true either. You live in a panic room of an office suite.
I don't need to know
Do
that.
do we need to check your penthouse? Is there some secret sex dungeon behind a closet in your penthouse?
It's not a secret.
Yep. Mm.
Uh,
I,
cheap alcohol, please.
Yep.
Jack, pizza's on the way. Did you find out his
all
rates
right.
yet?
More than you can afford.
Damn it! I want a pay raise. She'll say as she walks away.
I think that's supposed to be a compliment.
I mean,
I don't understand. Maybe I don't know. Brain's not. I've had brain fog for most of this morning, so been a little loopy. I apologize if that's made things a little bit confusing, Ursi wise. Ow! Fuck! God damn it! God damn it! I got up too fast and was stretching. My hand went straight into the fucking fan. Shit.
Do you not have
I'll
a
be
guard
right back.
on that? Oh, a ceiling fan.
Yes, tall people problems.
Yeah. I don't have the 5'8". I don't have those problems. Nor a ceiling fan, so twofer.
I bet you really would like a ceiling fan right about now, just to go with your small fan.
Yeah. Well, I've managed to persuade my wife, who is vehemently anti air conditioning, that we probably need to get a portable unit for next year.
Like a window unit.
Yeah. Just maybe just in one room of the house, so that we can sit in that room with all the doors closed. Because this house is beautifully insulated in the winter. It never drops below sort of 14, 15 centigrade in the house, even without heating on. But that does unfortunately mean that when the sun comes out, it becomes a
All right.
I mean, you'd only need to turn it on for like a month out of the year, I believe is what you said, when it gets unbearable.
yeah. And it's not even a solid month. It's 2 weeks here, a week there. This year, I think we're on our third heat wave in the UK, and it's lasted 4 days so far. I think it's going to go on until about Monday, Tuesday next week. Unfortunately, I work in an air conditioned office, which is great, but I do have to travel to and from work, and I do wear a suit for work, so I kind of cook on the journey.
Oof.
Fair enough. Well, in any case, are you all going to pile into perhaps Ursi's Volkswagen bus?
Before
Oh,
we
wait, no,
go,
you're waiting on pizza. Right.
yeah, as we're waiting for the pizza, and also as Ursi, actually no, yeah, as we're waiting for the pizza, Ursi wants to get his hands on some of that cheap alcohol, and then douse a little bit of it on Frank so that he smells of alcohol.
Whether or not you get access to it is on Jack, but I assume Jack will let you use his alcohol, though he might have a problem with you
Yeah,
calling it cheap.
Jack will give you some cans of Lone Star.
You do know what I'm going to do with this, right? Cracks it open.
It's the only alcohol I keep in the fridge. Okay.
All right.
You think I'm giving you my good whiskey for this?
No, God, no. That's why I asked for cheap. Pop. Pour some beer on Frank.
Ugh. That was gonna smell like a college dorm room.
Now, Frank, this is all part of the plan. I need you to
How
get
did
back in
college
with your
dorm rooms smell like beer? Percy utters out
Yep.
loud.
Yeah, I got it. Can we just get this moving, please?
Since I attended Yale, my experience is more that the college dormitory smelled of Chivas Regal. But to each their own.
Well, I'm from the Midwest, so beer.
I'm
I went to
from
UCLA.
here.
Like Indiana, central Indiana, Midwest. So
Now,
definitely
Frank,
beer.
this is all part of the plan to get you back in with your people. We don't want you hurt. We don't want them suspecting that anything untoward happened this evening because that would make me very, very sad. And you don't want me sad, do you, Frank?
No, sir. No, of course not. Never sad.
So all of this needs to be our little secret. Can you do that
Wait,
for me?
one thing, sir. I had a hat when y'all took me. Can I get my hat back, please?
Artemis returned to Ursi
Uh,
and Jack. His hat?
Isn't Artemis the one that burned it?
Oh, did he? Oh, it wasn't possibly.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
that was the session you captured him, which was the session you were here. So 2
In
sessions
which
ago.
case, Jack, that hat did you no service whatsoever. Do you really want a hat? Is that something you need to make you feel more you? Did that hat have sentimental value for you? Is that your mother's hat, Frank?
He just kind of shrinks in the more you speak. Hmm.
Jack, you have a fine head of hair, not a disgusting face. It would be a shame to wait. Jack, are you one of those individuals whose entire personality hangs on a piece of clothing?
You've been calling him
Like,
Jack for the last
Sorry,
couple.
sorry. Frank.
If that was on purpose or not.
Too many geezer names knocking about. We have an Ursi and an Artemis, and then a Jack and Frank. Frank, are you one of those individuals who hangs their entire personality on a piece of clothing?
uh,
I, I don't think so, but come on, it was a good hat. You've never,
no, it
Artemis,
wasn't.
you've never met a man more firmly in denial about their sense of fashion.
That hat was horrendous.
Frank, I'm going to be honest with you. Possibly for the first time anyone in your life has been this honest. Frank, that was a bad hat. It didn't work on any level. It didn't go with your shirt. It didn't match your pants. Your necklace game is all over the place, but not a single piece of it matched that hat. Now, if you would like some advice on suitable headgear for a gentleman of your... Artemis doesn't finish that sentence. He just kind of gestures vaguely at Frank. Well, then I'm sure we can find a milliner's in town. We can borrow something for you.
I I like that this is happening while he is A, has a bag over his head, and B,
Yeah.
is covered in beer.
Frank, the hat did you no favors whatsoever. In fact, the opposite. It caused you more problems in your life than you're probably aware of. Trust me. Trust me on this. You need to do away with the hat. In
Okay,
fact,
sir.
more
If
than
you
do
ask me
away
to
with
say
it,
so, sir.
if you were to do away with it, you might change your mind and put it back on. What I would suggest is that we burn the hat, and then, even if you have a terrible change of heart at a later date, you can't go back on it. Does that sound like a plan, Frank?
I mean, if that makes you happy, sir.
It does. Or at the very least, it stops me being unhappy, Frank.
Hmm.
That hat was a crime. Frank. A crime against nature, against fashion, against humanity itself. That hat, Frank, is worse than any member of the Sabbat you could care to name.
Jack is just
Do
gonna
you
look at
roasting him?
Ursi like, am I listening to the same thing you are?
You can see Ursi's just kind of like so happy that Frank has a bag over his head, because Ursi's face is just like so like the mix of like confusion and disbelief and just like, what the fuck?
You just keep roasting him, and he just has to take it because he's entranced.
And Jack is just going to do that thing where he points at his head and then makes the circle gesture.
Ursi will just give Jack like the smallest fucking nod. And then like the little bit hands like pinching his fingers almost together, just like a little bit. And then expands the fingers. So it's more than a little bit.
Meanwhile, Maisie's watching all three of you.
Yep. She's
Yep.
keeps peeking up from her phone and looking at him like, these guys. I have no words.
In fact, Frank, when you return to your compatriots, one of them will inevitably ask you, Frank, where's your hat? Trust me on this, Frank. They are being sarcastic. They hated your hat as much as I do, as much as you should. And they'll be pleased, though they may not say it, that you finally decided to get rid of that personality substitute you previously wore on your head. They will think better of you, Frank. They will think you're a better person. You've grown. You've become more of a rounded individual, and not something dirty hanging from underneath a bad.
Ursi's just picked up Frank at this point and is starting to walk up this and like starting to walk him up the stairs.
In fact,
Jack,
Frank,
pizza.
it's been your absolute positive experience here tonight of anything that's happened is losing that hat. Even if you were to die tomorrow, the day you will live between now and then will be the best day of your life. Sans that
Artemis, shut the
hat.
fuck up.
It was a bad. It was a bad hat, Frank.
Stop it. Stop it. Get some help.
Ursi's just after
I
he
think
hears the pizzas here, he sets Frank midway up the stairs and just leaves him with fucking Artemis and Maisie and Jack and just continues up the staircase. He's just like
I thought I could hold it together, but that just got so ridiculous.
it's his hate for that hat.
Bravo, Rob. Bravo.
Just beautiful. So much hate for that fucking hat.
Right. Pizza at the door. Well, in game.
Yes.
I will pay for the pizza and give Ursi an opportunity to get some sip.
He has to come through a gate to get to your place. So even in your driveway, it's still really pretty secluded.
I
Yes.
assume we'd get the pizza at the
Shouted down
door.
from above.
Yes. All right, cool. Then Ursi will just kind of go as you're like getting the pizza and like paying him. Ursi will walk past to go towards his vehicle, but as he gets behind him, he'll turn around and feed.
And how much blood? Wait, first of all, how much blood are you at?
5.
Ooh, give me a self-control roll there.
Self-control. Difficulty? Or just roll it?
6.
Coolio.
How bad is it?
So 1 success.
Well,
It's
you don't
close to
drain
not
him
being
dry.
good.
Give me another roll just to be sure here. I'm not going to necessarily make you roll for the full 5, but considering that you're
2
going to be sipping from him
successes.
for a little bit, yes. All right, you are good, I will say. You do not, in fact, drain this man dry, but how much do you take?
Just enough to leave him capable of driving safely, but that's it.
Probably 2 then, rather than the normal 3
Yes.
if you want him to be safe while driving.
Yes. As he'll finish that up and go to the Volkswagen bus,
As
and
you
then
finish that up, though,
ooh,
and presumably let him go as he let him come back to himself. Well, let me see. He suddenly jerks in your grip, and you look down and realize that the tiny weight has impacted him and is sinking her fangs into his leg.
shit. Ah, uh, he just turns away. He goes, Jack, and walks away.
How much blood can a human reasonably give without being seriously injured?
Well, he's already taken 2. Anything past the 1 more is probably going to need some degree of care for him afterwards.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I think it's 3 points past which you need medical attention.
Only take 1, sweetie.
I'm going to make a roll.
Oh
Ah,
no.
yes. Oh boy, are we depending on a child's self-control
Yes,
right now?
apparently.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
There is an almost feral growl from her little mouth as she continues sipping. But eventually she pulls herself away, her mouth stained with the delivery driver's red blood. The driver in question collapses to the ground, unconscious, but very much still breathing, even if the request was somewhat shallow.
She's gonna stick him in his car and complain to the pizza delivery company that I found their driver passed out in his car and they really need to stop overworking their drivers.
Don't forget to close
Uh,
the wounds
does
for the
Jack
kid.
have the medicine skill?
You should. I don't have a sheet open at the moment because I haven't rolled anything all session.
Oh yeah, you have 2 dots. Good, you're about to though. Roll me. Let's go with perception plus medicine. Yes, detail oriented.
Okie dokie, opening the roll 20. Perception plus medicine.
Difficulty 6. You do get detail oriented though.
Yep. Let's attribute to where the. Okay, now that's initiative. No wonder it was rolling all weird.
Mm-hmm.
Perception plus medicine modifier 1. Difficulty 6.
Yeah, as you're going to put this man in the car, you can easily tell he's lost just a little too much blood. Or to put it into mechanical terms, he's lost 4 blood points instead of 3.
Common sense, how bad of an idea would be to give him 1 blood to make up for it?
Well, it would certainly stabilize his condition. He might be wondering why he has strange feelings and other things going on, but as long as you don't continue it past this month or again, he's probably not going to figure anything out now.
Yeah,
And
I'll give
it's
him
going to
1
go
blood just to cover things up.
very well then.
Just gonna reduce my blood thing by
Meanwhile,
1.
Anastasia has done a disappearing act.
Before she disappeared, I did give her a head pat. Pat, pat. Job, we're only taking 2 blood.
In fairness, in the short time you've been here, every time you've ordered food, she has gotten at least a little sip out of it.
That
She
is
probably-
true.
If anything, she might have thought Ursi was stealing her share.
Might have been, yeah.
But with the mess with the delivery driver done, y'all are presumably piling into Ursi's Volkswagen. And while you do that, I will dash to the bathroom.
All right. Maisie, you are outside the 7-Eleven, and you see Ursi. He has just saved a bunch of puppies and kittens, and he's holding them in his arms.
What?
I thought he had food.
I
Yeah, but then he
thought-
saw a trolley, and one of them was going to hit a bunch of puppies, and one of them was going to hit a bunch of kittens, and he saved both of them.
Oh, that's right. I derailed the trolley full of orphans.
Oh, Jesus. Well, Maisie's going to go and take all the kittens, and that's it. She's going to
My
take the kittens.
kittens.
They're her kittens now.
Ursi keeps 1 kitten. It's a giant Maine Coon kitten. Keeps that
Oh
one.
no, Ursi is a kidnapper.
Maisie will take one of the
Wait a
puppies,
second.
then.
Wait, Maisie was the one. No, no. A soul for a soul. I understand.
Only fair.
Yep. Artemis, what are you doing in the garbage?
I thought maybe his hat was in there somewhere, but no. This garbage is too high quality to contain that hat.
Sir,
You see an Abercrombie and Finch guy walk out wearing that hat.
Ugh. I can smell
Oh,
the
no.
store. I can smell the store.
He has his shirt open way too deep, and he is revealing man cleavage, and you can see his abs, which appear to be oiled with baby oil.
Ugh.
Oh no.
And he's wearing a fedora and a Hawaiian shirt.
That sounds like a douche.
I'm going to need to make a self-control roll. Ooh, Artemis barely manages to stop himself from frenzying. But you can see blood froth at the corners of his lips, and his eyes are wide and wild.
Shit.
the man looks at you and he begins stroking his goatee.
Macy wants to punch him in the face because she doesn't like it.
This Frank we're talking
But
about?
I don't like you either.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I was staying quiet for a bit to listen to how that played out.
There you go.
And then I thought of that one scene from the first Star Wars movie, Episode 4, you know? He doesn't like you. I don't like you either.
But all right, so we're actually in. Are we in the bus now, or is anybody else taking a separate vehicle?
Nope, riding along as she angrily stares at her phone.
I think the question is, as usual, whether or not Jack is taking his motorcycle or riding in the bus this time.
Jack has taken the motorcycle because Dio likes it when people talk about his character behind his back.
That is a
Woo!
valid reason.
Very valid.
And there are many things to talk about Jack behind his back for tonight. So, commence with the back talking, I suppose. Artemis, Cersei, Maisie.
You know, I wouldn't be immensely surprised if, were I to go into Jack's closet in the mansion, to find a hat exactly like the one that I burned this evening.
I
He
plead the
strikes me
fifth.
as a
Artemis, I've grown to have a respect for you. Please, enough with the hat. We get it. It was a bad hat.
only in the same way that Hitler was a bad person.
Hitler was a fedora?
Yes, yes, I'm fairly comfortable in saying that Hitler was the fedora of fascists.
Ursi is just blown away. Just, I, uh,
I feel like Castro would have fit a fedora better.
I see Castro more as a pith helmet, I think.
wouldn't he be a beret?
No, that would be Stalin. I don't make the rules. Fashion is a fickle mistress.
Just brief the guy covered in beer.
Frank, where are we gonna drop him? Actually, just quickly out of character.
Neon flicker.
Outside a city dive bar called the Neon Flicker, about a block or two away from where y'all did the stakeout.
And he's going to get arrested somehow, is he?
I believe that
Oh,
was y'all's plan.
So how are we going to get him arrested?
By having him
drink
feed
from
on
some
drunks,
drunk people.
presumably? And then call him in for being drunk and disorderly?
Yep.
Okay. Would we not be better off taking him to, and I'm ashamed to say this, taking him to somewhere where there are a lot of very drunk homeless people that probably won't be listened to if they talk about vampires feeding on them, and then take him to a place to be arrested?
That's where we're going.
Okay. I bow to your superior planning. Frank, we're going to take you somewhere, get you a little loaded, and make sure that some state officials come and take you to somewhere to rest until your people can come and find you.
Okay. How much longer do I gotta, let this stuff sit on my face before I can clean it off?
After you're arrested.
Yeah. Now, Frank, I imagine you'll be given a phone call. Make sure you use it to call your people and get them to come collect you. You don't want to be in the prison in the morning when the sun comes up.
Makes sense.
And it would make me very sad to know that you would taken the final deaths of the sun.
Hmm.
I won't want that. And I don't want to see the sun anytime soon. Anyway.
That's if he's
I
not
don't
in
mind
an
you.
interior room, and then the masquerade gets broken.
Right so. So he's briefed. Can't think of anything else to tell him. Oh. And remember, Frank, getting rid of the hat was your decision.
I guess. Sure.
No guess about it, Frank. It'll make you seem stronger in their eyes.
If you say so. I mean, you wouldn't lie to me.
I
You
wouldn't
know
lie
so
to
much
you.
about everything.
I do. The world of fashion wouldn't lie to you, Frank. The only person who ever lied to you about that hat is the person who sold it to you. I imagine they said you looked good. And you know, Frank, if you ever wanted to go back to that establishment, to that shop assistant who sold you that hat and make them pay for that particular crime against fashion, well, neither God nor Jesus nor the host of angels would hold you accountable for that.
I think the hat is dead, and the story of the hat can end. For God's
Agreed.
sake.
Please.
Point taken.
Thank God we're here. I'm just presuming that rant went on for way longer.
Oh yeah, the entire ride. Just him ranting about that hat in one fashion or another.
Unfortunately, Frozen won't come out for another decade. Otherwise, I'd sing "Let It Go."
uh, once we actually get there, wait, are we there? Shit.
You
Yeah,
said
sure.
we were there.
Yes, I can follow coherent thought. All right, let's get the bag off of his head and get him out of here.
Vaya con Dios, Frank. Remember, don't make me sad.
Never, sir, never. He says as he kind of staggers out of the vehicle.
So now we just wait for him to get drunk, and then we call the policia.
Yep. And unless y'all want to pay particularly close attention to that, I am happy that we just
Obfuscated.
perhaps just a quick just a quick streetwise roll just to say that you guide him to the right kind of drunks and call it a day.
Boots?
So pick your mental attribute of choice. I don't care, and streetwise, and roll difficulty 6.
Everyone? Or a certain one?
Anyone that
Artemis is,
wants to.
Artemis is still brooding, so he won't be making that roll.
And the roll is what in Streetwise?
Any mental attribute stat of your choice. So I don't care enough.
Cool. Then I'll do intelligence in Streetwise. And what was the difficulty again? I don't think it matters. Goddamn.
It was
Hmm.
6, but yeah.
6. Wonderful. I don't think I need. I don't know if I need to. You knock that out of the park.
Maisie is somehow good at picking people that won't care. Wonder why.
Hmm.
But ultimately, you leave after watching him get picked up by the police. From down the street, of course, not right there. Which only leaves the matters of Presumably, investigating the rail yard again, or doing some other action of your choosing.
All right. Well, now that that's dealt with, would you like me to drop you both off at your respective locations? Would you like me to drop you off at Jack's?
The night's not nearly over, by the way. It's only like freaking 10 or 11. Oh, no, at this point it's quite a little closer to 11.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. I think with Maisie and Artemis in the car, then after we've dealt with the stuff there, then I'll give Jack a call on speaker.
Does Jack answer?
Do cell phones, do headphones exist for cell phones yet?
Trying to think of the
I
first
don't
time
know.
I saw an asshole. I don't think so in '99. I think we were still in the era of clamshell phones.
One moment, I'm
Because I
asking
know that a lot of
the AI. AI, tell me your secrets. Early 2000s is when they became popular.
no, he can't pick up.
A notable example, though, is that 1995 release of hands-free headsets for phones, which became popular in the 90s for convenience during calls. So there were hands-free kits in the 90s, but they were not common.
They're also not Bluetooth because that didn't come around till
Mhm.
2000-ish.
Basically, if it wasn't Jack, I'd say someone might have one, but Jack is not exactly the greatest on keeping up to date on technology. Last I checked, anyway.
More or less. So if you want to talk to him, you can speak to him when he is there at the thing where the guy's getting arrested.
Basically,
Cool.
before you leave the area, when you're still parked down the street from that, yeah.
I'll roll down my window, presumably if you're like right outside the window.
Yep. Smoking a cigarette.
All right. I have other business I could attend to tonight. I do need to finish writing up my report, but I would like to check out the rail yard again if possible. Do any of you have pressing other matters that require attending to tonight, or are we good to proceed?
Nothing pressing currently.
Nothing specific I can push forward till tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It would be bad if you left your clients waiting.
Small chuckle from Ursi. Very well. Then, I guess, to the rail yard. Shouldn't be very populated at this time of night. And to our knowledge, there shouldn't be a shipment coming in till Saturday. However, after tonight, by the end of tonight, I'll be turning in the report. So I would like to make this a bit quicker so that we have a little bit more time to prepare for our other endeavor.
I think there's something else we need to do before we wrap this thing up.
We're like near the end of the road, kind of near an alley or something. So like
Yeah,
there's
you're not
not a
far
bunch
from the
of
rail
people.
yard at the moment where you dropped him off at. No.
Yeah, we're not far. Okay.
And you also know, based on your interrogation, that the others aren't allowed to be in the rail yard when there's not a night that Fox is arriving or the like, because it might give away their location or something.
All right, then now is a good time to go, I guess. So yeah. Very well, let's go do a one more over of the rail yard, get any other information we weren't able to get out of our compatriot. New compatriots, if not feel like the right word. Associate, yeah, associate. There you go.
I would have said pawn, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, accurate to the point.
Yep. Our panda pawn.
Don't insult pandas. He's not that cute.
Touche.
Nah, grizzlies are better.
You shut your lying whore mouth.
Rocky Mountain or Siberian?
I'm going to go with. Wait, is that quickly doing research because this is something that I should know for this character? But yes, Siberian, this East Siberian. Well, he likes grizzlies from Kodiak, but he also likes Siberian. Ooh, yeah, no, I think he'll answer Kodiak.
No one in character is asking
Oh
him.
wait, shit, no, fuck, god damn it. I'm sorry, I got very confused.
Yes, Cthulhu isn't playing any NPCs at the moment that I'm aware of.
Nope.
Damn it. Um, so the last thing that happened was I said grizzlies are better, and Jack responded with an insult.
Something like that, yeah. About your
Agree to
sense of taste, I
disagree.
believe.
There is no animal more majestic than the red panda.
Red panda. They're cute. But I think the Siberian brown bear is cuter. This is Ursi.
I assume.
Yes.
Anyway, there's one more thing that we need to do. Not sure we need to do it, but we need to look into Gutter Jack.
Yes. Agreed.
Hmm.
That's a great.
Artemis, they're talking about looking into things that might not be related to the Sabbat.
Oh. He's gonna be
But if
listening
you
to
want clearance on that kind of thing, you'll need to put it in your report to the sheriff.
Yep. Don't worry, I'll make sure my report is encrypted.
I think it's important to concentrate on the task at hand, finding the information regarding the Sabbat and getting that information into the right hands. The rest of this seems
Yeah.
to be
With respect, Artemis, we have reason to suspect misgivings from different location, different time.
just a little concerned we're watering down our task here. We've been given clear-cut information and a target to deal with. Once we deal with that, we can go our separate ways, and all of this will be just a memory behind us. The more we shilly-shally and dance around things, the longer this is going to take.
Yeah, well, right now we know there's 3 ways of getting people in. And one of those ways involves the sewers. And we know from our dead friend, or your dead friend, that Gutterjack was involved.
Or is at least potentially involved. He's involved in something that caused Denis worry. He realizes Maisie probably doesn't know much of Denis, person who died previously.
Oh, that's promising. I've had a death
Whatever the
note.
hell it was that got him killed. So,
Yeah. Anywho, let's go
Strange.
check out
While
the
Jack
rally.
may have never known Denny, it kind of feels similar to some of the pains he's felt in the past, where some other cop or the like that was investigating something or something tangibly related to his own investigations dies or goes missing. It's kind of similar to that. Perhaps something's just twinging in his gut that he needs to investigate and uncover things related to it because of that.
Sorry about that. I closed the wrong page. Whoops. Needless to say, I do think it is pertinent to the investigation, but until we have concrete evidence, it will not be going in depth in the report.
Well, I shall bow to your judgment on this, but I think the further we get away from the core of what we need to be investigating, the more we're going to water down our effect.
One step at a time.
thank you, Artemis. I will be sure to take your copious investigative experience in mind when listening to this advice.
Sarcasm aside, Jack, we're not just dealing with an investigation here. We're dealing with politics, which I think you'll find is my particular wheelhouse. So, yes, I think you
Brother
should
Jack
take
may
it.
not hold title himself, but he is the right hand to the Nosferatu Primogen.
I didn't say Artemis was right. I just said this is what Artemis is going to say. Okay,
Oh no,
I'll
I'm
take it
actually agreeing with you. Sorry. My apologies if I gave the wrong impression. No, politics are very entangled in this.
Artemis was quite snappy there.
For good reason.
Hmm.
The coterie drama llama continues to multiply.
If I listened to
Real
people like
time.
you, they never would have found out about Malkov.
We're at the rail yard.
Yes, not much longer later, you do arrive at the rail yard. Now, you know from your stakeout, 2 of the entrances, supposedly, the like bit of fence near, covered by the bushes, the rusted rail car that you still don't quite know the full detail on, just that more people are coming out of it than could have possibly been inside it, and multiple times. And from interrogating your former prisoner, now dubious double agent, there's another one in the northwest corner, some sort of one-way sewer tunnel that's apparently booby-trapped. but a booby trap that's set to go off with a trigger. Like someone can control it. So where would the three of you like to go first? I mean, sorry, the four of you. There are four of you.
I think we should check out the sewers.
Straight to the northwest side of the yard, then. Hmm?
You think you can shroud
think-
us?
Yeah, I should be able to.
I wonder if a certain someone's gonna hog all the shadow blankets again.
Shadows love me. Or they did.
It requires no roll, but you do have to spend a blood point.
Doo-doo-doo. That's my blood. And drop. Okay. I spent a blood.
Okay, everyone gets an extra die to their stealth rolls.
Woo.
And like last time with the stakeout, let's go ahead and roll those now so that if they come up, I know what they are.
All right.
A dexterity stealth. Difficulty 6.
All right. Do we get any bonuses from being cloaked in darkness?
1 extra die, modifier 1.
Um.
Oops, I accidentally rolled twice.
Yeah, it's
First
fine.
one
We'll
was
take the first one.
there.
Also, Ursi,
Dexterity and stealth modifier
difficulty
1.
7 for you.
Understandable. Bow.
Alrighty.
Hey.
Y'all,
2
you creep your
successes.
way into the yard. Jack, your memory remains, of course, quite strong. You know where all the cameras are, and you know the routes to avoid them. Find your path creeping along behind the things that you couldn't see past when you were doing your stakeout. The stacks of shipping crates and other assorted rail cars on the track. To the northwest corner, where there is, in fact, a single sewer grate that stands out for the fact that it is only partly in place. Like the cover is like partly off. Like whoever last used it didn't put it back on right. Which fits for their incompetence.
This is the one that's trapped, yes?
Must be.
You know they use it regularly for an entrance, so it's not going to go off just by entering it, probably.
Maisie will open it.
Small girl with her potence-powered limbs lifts up the heavy manhole cover. Something dark and dank awaits down below.
All right, Artemis, I'll let you go first.
Not at all. I bow to your superior investigative abilities. Please, after you.
Oh, but it would be so impolite.
I'm just standing next to Maisie watching this.
Will one of you get your asses down there now?
You could always make your way down there.
Fine, I'll go down there first then.
This is a sewer grate, right?
Manhole cover, but yeah.
Or not grate. thing.
I
Yes.
have used the term grate before, but yeah, it's basically the standard sewer entrance sort of setup. Yeah.
Is it, I forget, am I able to fit down this one, or is it, I'm able to fit down it if
You
I'm
are, but it's
squeezing?
a squeeze for you. And your clothing
Yeah.
always ends up absolutely filthy because it's literally scraping the grime off the walls.
Ursi's just going to be like, yeah. I'm a little bit big for a potentially trapped this.
It's just the entrance, really. Once you're inside the sewers, you've been able to move around reasonably well. Most suddenly, you aren't tripping over your own feet and causing thunderous booms while you're falling.
Mm. Ursi, just take
In
the
fact,
grate.
Just take
You
the
need me to
grate.
help you get down there?
No.
I didn't.
Wasn't
Yeah, I
talking to
take the
you.
grate.
Maisie is going in first, I believe. We will wait for Artemis to get back.
Yep.
Do 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 do.
You know, you can't describe what Maisie sees as she makes her way down while you wait for Artemis.
Oh, I will be, but I prefer to have everyone here.
Understandable. I think as Maisie's descending, Ursi's just going to be keeping some more vigilant watch about kind of towards the other entrances that we know of.
Mhm.
Jack is going to look around, see if there's anywhere someone could be watching and potentially triggering explosives.
Certainly. Make me a perception alertness check. And yes, she'll get detail oriented. Difficulty 8.
I'm going to spend a willpower on this for obvious reasons.
Yep. Where does that put you at now, by the way?
I'm doing pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Hmm. Good to know.
Damn.
Wait, what? Oops.
Don't think that's
That
it.
was initiative. That was initiative.
You keep hitting that one.
I only hit that one once.
Well, I think you've mentioned going to hit it or press it so few times.
5 successes.
6
No.
successes.
I got 2 10s. So what does that mean?
Yeah, 6 successes.
Then I spent a
You don't
willpower.
see anyone at this moment that's in a position
So
to see you.
7 successes.
With the willpower, yes, it's 7. Yeah. In any case, as Maisie descends, crawling down the ladder, she turns to head down the little tunnel into the main part of the tunnel and immediately freezes. Maisie,
Mm-hmm.
there is a big, fat mama spider in a web right around the top of the tunnel
Oh my god.
with hundreds of little babies crawling all over her and her web.
Maisie's gonna step back a little bit and be like,
Make me a courage roll.
son
Difficulty 8.
of a bitch. Uh, courage difficulty 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
You don't immediately bolt, but you also can't press forward. At least not yet.
Yep. Nope. She's gonna be like, guys, help!
Jack is rushing down immediately.
I was going to say, depending on how far down you are, Ursi was just going to kind of reach down with his arm to try and then lift you up.
She walked down the
10 to
down
12
the-
feet down. She's
Yeah.
farther down than you can pick her up, yeah.
Okay, yeah, thought so. Okay.
I will practically roll a Dex athletics check and just like rush down the ladder.
Do the whole thing
Pull
where you
out
like
his
grab the
gun
outside
immediately.
and just slide down.
Yeah, can do that too. Slide
Okay,
down, pull out his gun, look
Dex
around.
Athletics difficulty 5 to make it look nice.
I'm gonna. Can I use my potence on this in some way?
No.
No, not potence.
Celerity, however, you do get, it's a dexterity roll, so you get your celerity dice for this. Your celerity dots
I
as
should have
dice.
gotten my celerity check on my celerity dice on my stealth check, shouldn't I?
Yes, you should have.
Oh, I'm gonna roll that in a second, but I'm gonna roll
You get
this now.
unless you're activating it for extra turns, you get celerity on all dexterity rolls. Just like you get
All right,
potence on all
cool.
strength rolls and fortitude on all stamina rolls.
Okay, I keep forgetting which number discipline it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's number 4. Discipline 4. Roll 2 successes.
Yep, you slide down, quick, nice. Your gun is in your hand. You're immediately looking for dangers, and spot nothing. But Maisie is cowering against the back of the wall, looking up. Your eyes, presumably, trail to where she's looking, and you see a web with a big fat mama spider and lots of little babies. Something she could easily duck under, but isn't.
Jack will pinch the bridge of his nose and see if there's a stick or something.
Not down here in the sewer, no. At least not this part, anyway.
Fine. He will reach into his pocket and pull out a. Actually, no. I don't even know what he has on him at the moment. Can I say he reasonably has a baton of some kind?
Sure.
He will use his baton to just take down the spider web and murderize the spiders.
You murder the mother and a bunch of the children, but there's so many of the little tiny bastards that there are still some crawling all over your club.
I will dip it into the sewer water.
Very well, your club is now shit-stained. Actually, no, because there isn't any flowing through here because it's walled off. But there's probably a damp puddle down there somewhere, so yes, sure.
I will clean it later. It's fine.
We all know Jack doesn't have the most hygienic of habits.
Mm.
In any case, after Jack goes down the hole, the two still up at the top don't hear anything, not after Maisie's call for help earlier.
What was it?
Is it immediately obvious whether Ursi can fit through that gap?
You've seen him fit through the same size gap when y'all went down to Denny's Haven.
It'll just
It just, he
completely
squeezes
make
against
my
the
day.
wall and ends up really filthy afterwards.
Well, amusing as it might be to see you Winnie the Pooh this thing, I'm going to head down first.
Yes.
Situation Alpha Sierra.
Can I attempt like an insight roll or something? I don't know if wait, is it insight? I don't know. Can I attempt some roll to understand that?
Hmm. Have you ever had? I don't think you've.
I think the most you would know about that is TV stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Well,
no
actually,
here.
no. He did go to college for criminology.
Doc
I don't think that comes
criminology.
up in that. It's entirely military jargon, so I'm gonna go with no here.
Okay, no. Then it doesn't. Ursi will just kind of go English.
Situation secure.
What was it?
Fucking spider.
What?
It was a big ass
Us-
spider.
Like famulus or something? Or
Nope. Just a normal fucking spider. He says, patting Maisie's shoulder, trying to be
Looking up at the
comforting and
hole.
failing.
Mm. Remind me, why did I pick this flaw?
I don't know. I just saw it on your sheet and knew I was going to put it in on the top when y'all investigated these different places.
nice. All right.
Do I need to make a check to pat Maisie's shoulder?
Maisie, do you let the dirty, like old veteran and former detective pat your shoulder?
She'll be still thinking about the spider, so she might not immediately like smack him away. There were just so many
You
eyes
pat her shoulder.
and legs. So many.
Just focus on the sound of my voice.
Your voice is also creepy
Count to
crawly.
4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
Artemis will walk up next to Maisie and just lean in and say, "Perhaps now you can see how I felt about the hat."
Will you stop it?
A spider fedora is not great imagery.
Maisie,
Same
Maisie,
level of
why don't
revulsion.
you think about some music? Remember how Duke played that drum, the piano? Think about the piano.
But that
The
Duke
god
probably
awful
had to have
fucking.
had so many like arms to do all that noise. He's a spider too.
Okay, pandas.
What in the hell is going on down there?
I don't. Pandas are fuzzy. There's not a lot of legs on them, but they have black. And spiders are black.
No, red pandas, red pandas.
There's spiders
No,
with red on them too. And they're fuzzy and big. Oh, they're all in Australia, but shit. Oh, I'm glad I'm not in Australia. Although Florida's a lot like fucking Australia right now. Why'd I come to Florida?
What song are you and your band gonna play next?
That's a good Lex question right now. They were working on something this morning or evening or whatever fucking time it was.
Well, what were they playing?
He was playing the bass. The other
Oh.
dude was playing the drums. It wasn't very good rhythm, but they were working on it. I scared the shit out of them, kind of like that spider just did.
You're a vampire.
Wait,
though.
what
You
kind of
can't
spider
suffocate
was it?
yourself.
Stop talking about the thing that we're not supposed to talk about anymore.
Also, if you came to Florida, I'd be more worried about the. Well, I guess not more worried.
The
We
meth
got
smoking
snakes. We got lots of snakes.
meth smoking
Oh,
crocodiles.
Snakes are fine. I can handle snakes.
We got cocaine bears. No, that was Tennessee.
No, but we got meth addicted alligators.
That we do, and there has been some sightings of meth black bears in the last since the Tennessee thing.
There are many fine things to be proud of in the great state of Florida. Can we please get back to the job in hand?
Yes,
This sewer is not doing great things for the material on the suit.
Earthy still not in the sewer. He's just kind of
Yet another outfit that you will need to replace, undoubtedly.
Yes.
But do you proceed farther into the tunnel itself and not just by the ladder?
Maisie's putting someone else
Supernatural.
in front of her.
Supernatural senses extended to the maximum for the sounds of any eight-legged patters, as well as any fuses clicking. Yes. If it's any consolation, it was probably more scared of you than... You know what? Forget I said anything.
Yep.
Probably works out better that way, yes.
Mm. Yep.
Speaking of which, Jack, I shall
Yeah.
proceed further in. All of a sudden, you find yourself stuck in a memory brought on by smell, and the absolute worst form of nostalgia. That,
I'm used to the smell of sewers.
no, but you
Yeah,
are
but
used to the fumy smell of gasoline and cramped tunnels, just not at the same time. It smells like nom. Like those mornings when you'd wake up in the aftermath of a battle or a skirmish where napalm had finally burned itself out. Or perhaps like those cramped tunnels you had to go digging in after them damn VCs.
Those things were fucking hell.
Like that one time you saw the guy, that nice guy, you actually kind of liked him, get immolated in front of you with the napalm. Danger close air support, they called it. Fucking human barbecue for you.
Resolve composure, I presume. Oh wait, that isn't a thing.
That's not a thing, but go ahead and make me a courage roll here. Difficulty 6.
Alrighty then.
I might not make it this roll in the future because we're adapting that flaw, but we'll figure it out.
Are we? As far as I'm aware, my PTSD was from the M20 book. So it is this edition.
Mhm.
How do I roll courage?
It's at the top of your dice pool. You have conscience, self-control, courage is all the way on the right.
There it is. There it is. I do okay.
Yep. You don't become trapped in memory like you might have before, but that smell is definitely at the. It's not quite exactly the same, but whoever this Dante is, that wasn't just like some giant woven Molotov cocktail. This guy actually made his own homemade napalm.
Just gonna clench my fist and say, Maisie, you doing better?
Yeah, but what's that damn smell?
Napalm.
It's not quite as obvious for the rest of you because you haven't smelt this a million times. Well, not a million, but you know what I mean.
No, that's why
Times
she's
before the
asking
like.
what the smell is. She doesn't recognize it.
It's napalm.
Mm. I don't like it.
Don't require anyone to roll to know what napalm is. So, no. Just react accordingly, I guess.
I'm concerned that would have a worse effect on my suit than the smell down here. Jack, can you identify where it's coming from?
Perception alertness, I assume.
Yep. Detail oriented, absolutely as well.
Yeah, but do I? But
However, your
you
base
seem-
difficulty will be 7. It would have been 8, but you know that you're looking for it now, so it's a 7.
Yes, but you're forgetting
Minus
one thing.
aspects.
Oh, right. So is it 6 then?
Yes, for you it would be 6.
Okay. So
If
the way that
Artemis wishes to
Auspex
look
works is
for it,
that
it
it
will be even
reduces.
lower.
So if
Yeah, the first Auspex power, heightened senses, lets you use your reduce the difficulty of most perception based rolls by your Auspex dots.
okay,
So it gets more powerful the better you are at Auspex.
okay. Let's see how I do. I do all right.
You do in fact do all right. You see, in crevices along the roof of this walled off sewer tunnel, where someone has drilled some holes, and there's like little wires like running between it all, or something. Might not be wires, but it's definitely something rope-like or wire-like or something. And it continues along the full breadth of the tunnel. If it were triggered, this entire passage would become immolated in liquid fire.
I will
Likely
point
a
it out.
Likely the idea is to attempt to, if they were attacked at the rail yard, to I guess lure their pursuers in here and, well, bring it down, possibly with a few of their own still inside, but I mean, Sabat don't care if the shovelheads die.
Were you able to find the traps down there?
Yeah,
Does it look like it's possible to what's the word? Diffuse them, disable them, at least without
I ain't no
bringing down
EOD.
on you. Yeah.
You ain't no EOD, but even you know that attempting to disarm traps like this runs the risk of setting them off in the first place.
Well, yes, that's why he's not going to. He says that it's.
Yep,
That's why he's saying that.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Yep.
Very well. We'll just have to make an Alden. But actually, can you take a photo of the locations?
Yeah, sure. I will take out my
Disposable
camera. Disposable? Hell no.
Ah, okay.
Antique.
No, no, it's not. It's not. I'm not. What do I look like to you, Artemis? No, it's just a normal fucking camera.
Artemis pulls out a small easel and a set of paints.
Speaking of which, Anastasia has not gotten her new art supplies yet.
Yeah, I will actually let Artemis. I mean, I gave Artemis the list. So
Rob
that's on
forgot
him.
that. Rob forgot that. So can we retcon and say I gave the list to Sebastian or Gwendolyn to deal with?
Certainly.
You may notice tacked onto the end of the list, several Warhammer mini paints.
Yeah. Actually, I gotta go grab something from my car. I'll be right back.
FYI, though, those hobby paints are expensive for paints.
Yes, they.
I mean, they were cheaper in the 90s.
Not compared to other
Yep.
paints.
Yeah, not compared to the fact that it's just a tiny little vial, it does not add up to the size.
Considering how often the pot would fall over and spill most of it on your worktop, they were incredibly expensive.
Mm.
Did you used to paint minis, Rob?
I used to, and I've recently started again. I am still
Well, you do
back.
have a higher income these days, yes.
Yeah, I don't buy new stuff from Games Workshop. I buy all secondhand from eBay and stuff. I just enjoy painting. I don't play.
Yeah, I mean, like you can buy all sorts of assembled and non-painted, or like from eBay for much cheaper than buying them fresh boxed. Yeah.
At the moment, I'm actually painting Marvel Crisis Protocol, which is a
Oh,
whole series of Marvel characters. Really, really good fun if you're a painter.
Hmm.
But,
Jack is making his own custom chapter.
Not in there in the sewers, though. Not there in the sewers.
No, of course not.
Of
They don't
course, there
play
is at least
guard.
one more thing y'all need to do while you're down here. And that's find where the other exit is, so you can notify people. That way they know where to wait at, in case anyone tries to flee that way.
are there any obvious exits from this closed-off area?
It only goes one way.
Ah.
It's walled off from the rest of the sewer proper. It's basically a false sewer tunnel.
But we believe there's another exit that leads somewhere.
Yes, there's probably only two entrances, exits. One you came in and one other.
Let me rephrase that. Is it just a matter of following the tunnel until we get somewhere, or is it
It's
walled
literally
off?
just a matter of following the tunnel, yes.
Okay. Well,
You can see the areas where it was obviously bricked up, where it was cut off from the rest of the sewers at some point. Though none of you is an expert in this sort of thing, it definitely looks older than just the 6 months or so. Like whoever did this a good few years ago at a minimum.
I may be able to get my hands on some original blueprints for the sewers in this area. It's not my usual request from my contacts in the city council, but someone must have something. In the meantime, I suggest we follow this tunnel, see if we can find what lies at the end of it. Everybody make sure you watch your step. Artemis blissfully unaware that he got no successes on his stealth roll.
Hmm.
Speaking of, I need to roll 2 more dice.
All right, your celerity. Go ahead.
What happened? Why am I not on the roll 20 anymore?
You're in the roll 20 on my screen.
Same.
Oh. I guess it's just in a different tab. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Attribute, none. Ability, none. Modifiers, none.
Discipline 4.
Discipline 4. Two more successes.
Yay! You're hogging the shadows again. In the end, though, as you continue down the tunnel, leaving Ursty behind you, presumably. Or is Ursty sliding down into the tunnel?
Apparently he's getting something from his car.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. We will assume he is left behind on the surface on the train yard side then.
Yep.
Or he can assume that he's getting something from the character too.
Possibly, either or. In any case, y'all continue down the tunnel. It goes on for quite a way. There's at least several times it seems to cross, say, another sewer line where it was bricked up from, leaving only this pathway. And eventually you reach another tunnel into a ladder that leads up to the surface. Several times along the way, you find more spiders, but presumably smash them before Maisie starts panicking all over again.
More or less.
You pop up and find yourselves in random alley number 9. Boop. And a street across the other side of the rail yard. Well, an alley off of a street. Not far from a warehouse. Doesn't take more than a quick glance for you to note down the street address and roughly where you are. You could easily guide people here if they, for when the time comes. No, it's only the matter of getting back to the rail yard. Do you wish to go back down into the sewers, or do you wish to just walk across the street and find a way in through the fence? Looking at you, Artemis.
Oh, is Artemis the de facto leader of this little group now?
No, but he's the one that would probably have the most problem with going back down into the sewer they just climbed out of.
Do I recognize the alley or the street that leads to?
Yeah, it's easy enough to figure out where you are.
Well, we have found the piece of information we are looking for. I suggest we call it a night.
You don't wish to look into the mystery of the ruin of the rusted rail car?
Yeah, sure.
And the only reason I was asking you is because Ursi's back at the other entrance of this thing.
Yeah. So I'm just painfully aware I've been talking a lot tonight, so I don't want to steamroll everything.
I'm back.
Welcome
there he
back.
is.
I think
They left
I
you
think Jack
behind.
will walk back to the rail yard, motioning for the rest to join him.
You find Ursi presumably still staring down the sewer entrance.
I think he stopped staring down the sewer entrance. He's just been kind of keeping watch.
Just go and grab some binoculars from your car.
Well, he has binoculars in his coat.
No, I know. I just thought it would be funny if he also grabbed something from his car.
Oh yeah, he forgot his binoculars in his car and brought them out, and now they're in his coat.
Yep.
There you go.
Still exist.
In any case, that's one entrance investigated. At least one more to go, possibly 2 if you wish to, for some reason, go investigate the bushes by the fence. But soon this will be done.
Yes.
And where does the coterie leader direct the coterie?
Oh, so they've come back and met up with Ursi?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So you were able to get to the other side of it and noted where it exited?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Over there.
Wonderful. Could you tell me? She points in the general direction. Versus going to turn to Jack. Do you have the general address?
Oh no, we lost somebody.
That was Dean.
Mhm.
Keep going.
Okay.
Did you get the address of where it exited, or at least the alleyway name or street, whatever? Where does it come out so I can put it on paper?
There's an alleyway on the other side of the rail yard. Leads onto one of the main streets. If you have a map handy, I can draw it on there for you, but it's not hard to find.
Percy will open up will pull out the laptop real quick, open it up with the MapQuest still open in a tab. Or actually, I don't know if tabs still has a window of MapQuest open. And then it kind of zooms into the area and just point it out here.
Yep, Artemis will point it out on the map.
Awesome. And then I'll just type that out into the notes document that I already had open on the laptop.
Hmm.
And then I'll close the laptop and put it away. All right, let's go check out that rusted rail car, and then I think we'll be good for tonight. Well,
We
at
should look
least,
at the bush too.
yeah, better safe than sorry. But first, rail car, as Ursi will start walking towards the rusted rail car.
Indeed. Of course, you get there without issue, but once you're there, another issue presents itself because you have common sense. Something this rusted is going to probably make noise when you open it.
If
You
only
got
we
any
had that.
WD-40 in your car?
If only that oiled young man from earlier were here.
Okay.
Wait, I think I may have some baby. No, it's in my car. It's not here. Never mind.
I got some WD-40 in my pack, unless he's got some.
Not on me right now.
I do have
All
some
right.
very expensive face cream, but it's probably not enough to do the whole door.
I'm just gonna go back to my motorcycle and grab my can of WD-40. I assume that exists.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure WD-40's been around for absolute ages.
$1953.
Yeah, damn.
So yeah, I grab my can of WD-40 and start spraying the door.
By a Rocket Chemical Company in San Diego, California. Made for the aerospace industry, apparently. And the name stands for Water Displacement 40th Formula, reflecting the 40 attempts it took to perfect the formula.
Jeez.
There's your trivia for the day.
Nice. I thought the trivia that actually no, I will save that for what I learned.
We're not there yet. Save it.
Yep.
You get the WD-40 can. You have no idea where to begin beyond presumably the rails that the doors move along. And there are a whole lot of rails compared to your tiny can of WD-40, so you best get to work.
I looked at Ursi. Rule number 1: always carry a can of WD-40.
Ursi will just kind of stone faces it.
Never know when something might go wrong with your car or something might rust up. Always carry a can of WD-40.
Especially relevant because it became popular with soldiers in Vietnam.
Always bear in mind that it will attack latex, though. Just something to remember.
Well, we'll make sure to keep it out of your sex dungeon then.
It's only a dungeon if it's underground. Mine isn't a penthouse.
Fine, we will keep it out of your sex penthouse.
As you feud and bicker and squeak, squeak, squeak with the can, it takes pretty much the entire remnant of whatever's in the can in order to get the entirety of the rails that the doors move along. But you do manage it. You do manage it. Speaking of which, you should move us back to the rail yard. Boop.
Once it's been thoroughly lubricated, Ursi will go to open it.
You open it, and instead of the loud grating squeak it would have given you, it just barely creaks at all. But you have very heavily lubricated it. Inside the rail car, there's nothing much, save for a piece of sheet metal on the dusty floor.
I wonder where it could be. And then I'll go to lift up the sheet metal.
There is a
Truly a
hole in the
mystery for the
floor
ages.
going down into the ground.
Is it similarly sized to the sewer entrance?
It's not as smoothly cut, but maybe a little bit bigger.
All right, I'm going down first.
I'll move out of the way to let him go down first. Just because, like,
As you do this, Maisie,
Check for spiders.
Yes.
checking for spiders on the way down, but there's nothing for the spiders hanging about inside the rail car.
Son of a bitch.
Make me a courage roll, Maisie.
Same difficulty.
one's just landed
These
on
ones
Ursi's
aren't in your
shoulder.
way necessarily, so I'll make it difficulty 7.
Okay.
I would like to get rid of the spiders in the rail car first. Since apparently, I feel like actually, do I need to make a check to have noticed the spiders?
Do you normally look for spiders?
No. But I am now that a certain person's freaked out by spiders.
Fair enough. But as causing you to clean up the spiders as Maisie shrieks and runs back out of the rail car.
Ursi will kind of step out of the vehicle real quick, or the rail car, real quick, and just be like, "Hey, what is going?" I think he fully has a spider on his shoulder, not knowing.
That makes sense. You probably you probably stepped right through their webs without realizing it. So there's the spider that was on its web now on your shoulder. Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Maisie is not going to be responding. She's going to probably keep shrieking.
Hey, step! You need to be quiet. He's like, he has his hands up, just like, you need to calm the fuck down.
I'm gonna make my way outside.
She's just going to keep pointing at Ursi and shrieking because of the spider.
What? He'll look around, look around him, look down at his coat and stuff. What are you pointing at?
There's this.
Can I make my way outside?
Don't make me say it.
Yes, Jack, you make your way outside.
I brush the spider off his shoulder.
Wait, seriously? Because say,
Maisie stopped shrieking, but now she's just kind of like hyperventilating.
So Maisie, I have a question for you. how does the chord progression work in Stairway to Heaven? You know, I've never quite understood that.
I don't have my guitar. I can't help you on that right now.
No, but I'm sure you can picture it in your mind, can't you?
Yeah, and she's gonna just like start pretending that she's playing it with an air guitar, like kind of goes like this and like this, and
Percy will position himself a little bit more to the side behind of Maisie and kind of just give her a pat on the back. He's like, "You need to calm down. You're fine. It's gone."
That one was.
But when
that one's
he
gone.
pats your back, it is fucking cold.
Note that for him to feel cold to your touch means he's not just like room temperature kindred cold. He is cold, cold.
Well, that would also mean that he's feeling the cold breeze around her at the same time.
Wait, shit, do we both have
No, I believe you have icy touch. She has cold breeze, which I really need to remember. I forgot about.
Oh, it's perfect. Huh, there's like always a cold breeze around you. What the fuck?
You need to go sit on your hand. Please, get it off me.
I patted you like twice.
And it felt like an iceberg.
He'll kind of just sigh, wipe his hand down his face, and Jack's facing him, so you'll probably notice there's like for the probably less than a half a second, there's like frost on the edge of the hairs of his beard before it immediately melts and evaporates away.
I will just pat her and try to be comforting. Can I roll charisma plus empathy? Question mark.
Take that as a yes.
Yes. After a certain amount of talking, you can calm down.
Oh, so I just auto succeed. Cool.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I might have missed something you said because I was trying to fix my headset.
Oh, I was asking if I could roll charisma plus empathy.
Sure.
What is the difficulty?
Right now, since it's not immediately after the fact, but after she's had a chance to start hyperventilating instead of shrieking, 7.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna label this as be comforting? Question mark.
Comfort girls? Question mark.
It's not bad at it.
You might be getting the hang of this. Who knows? But eventually, you are able to descend into the rail car, presumably.
Once all the spiders are gone.
Yep. Gonna go in first. Take care of the spiders.
It's a crude cut tunnel, dug through dirt and a bit of rock. Likely using some sort of brute force approach. Potence, most likely.
Looks like El Chapo's tunnel. Out of character, El Chapo bought a house on the Mexican border, and he bought a house on the U.S. side of the border, and he dug a tunnel between the two.
I mean, that's smart, but
E.
in character, Macy's just gonna look at you like, who the fuck is that?
Mexican cocaine kingpin.
He would have been a relatively household name at this point in time, I believe.
Yeah, but how much is Maisie paying attention to that?
I mean, his drugs probably nearly killed Lex, so maybe, I don't know.
That's the big fish. She would be going after the small fish.
We find yourselves down here, following along a tunnel. It's wider than the sewers. Drier, too. But does come up eventually, shortly. In the lot of a warehouse. Hidden under a car. A car parked in the dirt.
So the tunnel goes from underneath the rusted rail car down and then across to the dirt area next to or inside a warehouse.
Next to.
Next to a warehouse
The same
underneath a
one
car.
in whose yard or lot, has the abandoned shipping crate that your captive mentioned as being one of the hideouts.
Mm. Okay. And the entrance to this tunnel was a little bit bigger than the sewer, right?
Hmm.
Okay, then
Yes.
Ursi
A
did
little
go
more
down.
uneven, too.
Ursi did go down this one because there's a difference
Hmm.
in level of ruining his coat versus squeezing down specifically a sewer one and this one, which is pretty much just dirt.
Makes sense.
You don't care about no dirt.
Not regular dirt, no.
Yeah,
That
as he'll be
means
there.
2 of the 3 entrances you have spotted and know the exact exit of. You technically already know the location and exit of the other one, but I believe Jack mentioned wanting to check on it anyway. Also, every time you enter, both from the rusted rail car and then back from this side of the hole, a fresh, cold breeze sweeps through the tunnel.
Huh. One moment. Let's as we get back, when we get out of the tunnel, I'll wait for Maisie to get out. And then Ursa will be like, let me check something real quick. And I'll head back down the tunnel real quick. Is there still a wind blowing down there, or is it
Nope.
more? Nope, didn't think so. Okay.
Well, it's just you down there now.
All right. Then he'll climb back up. Okay, just wanted to confirm something, and it was confirmed. Wind was not natural. It's fine.
Why,
Let's go
like
check out those
so?
bushes.
Yes, I suppose you do make your way to the bushes. Bushes just up past the gap in the fence where the fence covering the chain link can be pulled back into an opening.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a perception alertness check. Difficulty 7. Minus
Ooh.
suspects.
Wits alertness
Yes.
or perception alertness?
Sorry, yeah, perception alertness. My bad.
Perception alertness, difficulty 7, minus in aspects. It's that. Sure. Boom.
Anyone else wanting to roll?
I'll do it.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's
What am I looking for?
7, right?
Yes. Base difficulty 7. Perception alertness. Base difficulty 7 minus aspects.
What am I looking for?
I'll tell you in a moment.
Oh, surprise looking look. Do I get my thing?
No.
All right, let's see how good I do. I do all right.
Yep. There's a movement in the bush. A rustling in them bushes. And before you even realize what's happening, Jack, your gun is drawn and pointing in that direction. And by the time you've done that, you already realized there was no point. What? You gonna use me for fucking squirrel hunting now? Your gun questions you as a squirrel darts out of the bushes.
Who questions me?
Your gun.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what?
don't worry about it.
No, the rest of you hear this. This is only in Jack's head.
Oh,
It's only the second time it's spoken to you since the first time.
Just gotta put the gun away.
But a brief investigation does reveal the chain link can be pulled back far enough for 2 or 3 people to enter at a time. It's honestly, without the bushes here, it would be easily visible.
Hmm.
You already know they keep a sentry on this side from your stakeout the night before, but it's not the best sentry. He didn't even call it in when he heard that big boom Mercy made when he jumped off the fire escape. By now, it's probably getting close to roughly 1 in the morning.
well, seems like we're done here. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed.
Would you like me to take you to your own domiciles or somewhere else?
Or would everyone like to room up at Jack's?
Uh,
No.
nope.
You can drop me off at my offices. I have a few tales to finish up before the night is out.
Yeah, might as well drop me off in my haven. I got shit to do.
Very well. Jack, you cool if you all right if I use your place for the meeting zone for tomorrow?
Yeah, fine, sure.
Good. All right. I will see you tomorrow, he says to Jack, because he has his own vehicle. We'll get going.
He nods.
As
And,
yeah.
and as the scene comes to a close, we'll call the session there.
Alrighty.
I'll pick up with a few closing of the night events at the start of next session.
Hell yeah.
For right now, experience.
Yes.
You get your one, you get your role play, but the learning. We will start with Artemis. Artemis, what did Artemis learn tonight?
That Marcus Vittel has some sort of vested interest in this investigation staying on track and not veering into other areas.
Indeed.
Psychological.
Oh, yeah,
Is that-
psychology.
Is that so? You just said we get 1 point automatically, but then you said something about role playing. Is that an extra point, or is it just the same point?
That's an extra point. Basically, you get the 1 point automatically just for attending the session. Then you get a point for a role play if I've done If I dub that you've been role playing appropriately, and I have never found a reason to deprive my players of their role play experience.
Cool.
And yeah, the third
Okay.
one is the learning.
I wasn't sure about that, but I am now. Thank you.
I think I listed out somewhere. Could be wrong though. Oh, yeah, I think it's in house rules. Yeah. Anyway, where I list out my experience pattern. But in any case,
Mhm.
yes, Artemis will get his learning. Jack, what did Jack learn tonight?
The fedora is the Adolf Hitler of hats.
Well, it is book one. I will allow that. Fedoras apparently really set off Artemis.
It's not fedoras. It's fedoras on their own without the correct. You should wear a suit with a fedora, not dress as Eddie Vedder, which that guy clearly was trying to do.
Ah. But yes, +1 for Jack. Maisie, what did Maisie learn tonight?
Maisie learned a few things. What napalm smells like, that Ursi's freezing, and that Jack is oddly caring.
He's oddly caring and doesn't know how to care, but he's trying, I guess.
Yep.
Or seems to be. Very well, +1 for Maisie. Ursi, what did Ursi learn tonight?
Ooh. Ursi found out important. Yeah, I think he found out important tactical information about the raid he's been planning in his head for a bit. Knowing now that there's napalm in that tunnel, knowing where those tunnels. Oh no, but she already did that.
I thought you did that. I was surprisingly nice.
No, what she did was what napalm smells like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was one of the things anyway. She said several things.
Just simple, basic shit.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Then Ursi's is definitely the knowledge about the entrances and
how it could have screwed them over if he hadn't gone looking for them.
Yes. And
You're
now,
slightly less of a novice.
yep. And now he has reason to utilize the resources of his chantry.
Ursi, who's your MVP?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Artemis. The
The hat
amount
rant?
of the commitment to the hat rant bit. Just the sheer commitment of it.
I had another 5
Stellar.
minutes of of material, I think.
I don't doubt it.
That's 1 vote for Artemis. Maisie, who's your MVP?
Artemis. Or his beef with the damn fedora.
Another +1 for Artemis. Jack, who's your MVP?
I was gonna say Artemis, but I'm gonna say Maisie actually, for her commitment to the spider bit.
Fair enough, spreading around the praise. Artemis, who's your
Yeah,
MVP?
I'll go with Maisie for the spider bit as well.
Which means that I will have to tie break. And unfortunately for Maisie, I will tie break in the favor of the hat rant.
Yep.
It was fucking hilarious.
I was gonna say, go for the hat rant. Jeez. I was gonna say, it's not like my in comparison to Seattle when I had to pretend to be drunk. That sucked. That was a bit.
Oh, yeah, I remember. And then I had to when you tried to do it all by text, I made you reread that scene.
Yeah, you did.
And you you went
Why, did she
depriving me of
method
my
act and
entertainment.
actually get drunk?
No.
No,
No.
though the only person that's gotten drunk live in game was the Malkavian player. One point, many over a year ago.
Yep. Nope.
You can literally hear her getting completely wasted over the course of about 30 minutes, from sober to wasted.
Yeah. No, had to pretend to be drunk and make the Malkavian take care of the Tremere. It was a twist.
Mm.
Ah.
Let me just go ahead and enter this 07/12/2025. And there we go. I believe that those totals are updated.
Mhm.
Zach, you're once more back into makeup work territory.
Yep.
I had thought there would be a tie between Artemis and Jack tonight, which would cut everyone out of it, but as it is, nope. And let me double check. But yes, I do believe you're right. One extra credit away, Rob. One extra credit away.
I can clearly see that next week I'm going to have to prepare a rant on why Oxfords without brogues are really the thing to be wearing this season.
Is that a Kingsman reference?
It is indeed a Kingsman reference, yes.
Yes. Fucking dope. Stay
Mhm.
cherry brothers. Shoots.
Mhm.
See you guys.
Yeah.